Welcome back, everybody, to another session of Reditus. We're on going to episode 20. So we'll do a recap of last week. As the group stood before Alanric, the great gatekeeper of Memoria City, they decided the best way to get past this stone giant that was blocking the way to the mountain was to play a jaunty tune. So as each of the ATLADS approached the places that were assigned for them, small rock beings grew from the ground and surrounded them and began watching. As each member of the ATLADS added their part to this impromptu song, it became a symphony that seemed to appease Alanric. After gaining entry to the mounting passage, the group immediately came across a strange half-gnome, half-elf type creature that called himself Gar. He appeared to be some sort of traveling collector or merchant that had a desire for unique items within the world. After getting confirmation of what year it was from the group, the haggling began. Ultimately, the group offered the Dimensional Mirror, the Giant's Axe, and Lord Venmoria's Control Ring device. In return, they received some items that they received. Some they received immediately, and some will be at a later date when Gar could procure them. Proceeding down the passage, they came across a decapitated soldier of some kind. Jak, giving the body a brief look over, found a glaive and a sword, while Atlas determined that the soldier had been killed with swords and daggers before the head was removed. The group then found multiple tracks leading west from the body further down the passage. Jak had discovered a hole in the wall not far from the body, and the group decided to clear it out and investigate the strange passage. Further inspection showed this strange tunnel was made by a stoneworm, a beast that some specific clans of dwarves were known to train to assist with clearing of paths through mountains, rock, or large areas of mining. The group pushed further until reaching an intersection to the north, and the path closed off by a sturdy metal fence from floor to ceiling with no visible way past it. To the west, Mastos got a scent of something warm and a little similar to the previous scent by the dead body, but just a little bit different. To the east, Atlas discovered a strange metal spherical device lodged in the ceiling. Darius decided to touch it, and as he did so, the device activated and started asking for a password. After several failed attempts, the device started to attack the group. The group, after taking down a device, started to discuss what to do next, and as they did this, they heard a strange, low, almost roaring sound coming from the east, like a fire being lit and then quickly extinguished and relit again. As the group turned around, down the dark passage, they see two entities floating 2 foot off the ground coming towards them at high speed. Figures wearing strange metal armor covered almost all of their body, tattered cloaks flailing behind them, and blades protruding from each hand. So when we come back, we'll see what they do next.
Through shattered lands and broken sky, the keys ignite, the lost must rise. Bound by fate, by blood, by steel, a world forgotten, a truth concealed. Atlas forged in flame and dust, a heart of gears, a soul to trust. Jak the hunter, silent, keen, a shadow's wrath, the watcher unseen. Darius speaks with silver tongue, a tale half truth, a song unsung. Mastos walks where wild winds call upon, to earth, to beast, to all. ATLADS rise, the night is long, through fate and fire standing strong. His awakened shadows call, one by one the mighty fall. The mighty fall.
All right, welcome back. Okay, so last we left off. So you guys had just defeated this spherical device. Atlas did a kind of quick once over, and he realized that it was sending out a transmission saying intruders. And you guys hear this kind of roaring coming from the western passageway. You see these two strange entities fly up. From what you can see, sort of a mask on both of them, totally covered in some sort of strange metal armor with these cloaks and material kind of flowing behind, blades just coming, looks like they're coming right out of each hand. And as they come up to you guys, they kind of slow down, and you see small flames coming out of the bottom of their feet, and as these flames extinguish and they land on the ground. So intruders, what are you doing here? One of them yells over at you. He's standing, both swords kind of raised, the other one standing beside, swords raised.
Jack's in a ready stance, and he's just going to look at Darius.
I put both my hands up, and I was like, honestly, we're just exploring the mountain. And then that weird chrome down over there attacked us.
And then you see him kind of peer over your shoulder. Ah, Henrik, I think they destroyed it. Oh, fuck, that's not good. Why are you here at the back of the mountain? Why are you trying to get rear access to the city? What are you after?
We're not trying to
Where
get
are we?
this guy home, and I point to Thoric.
Where are you?
What?
Is that what you said? Who said that? He's trying to look past Atlas in the back by the...
Hi, sir. That would be, me. My name is, Atlas. Nice to meet you.
Oh, that's incredible. He lowers his swords a little bit, and the one standing beside him also does it. Like this kind of curiosity now. He can't see through their masks, but they're kind of look over. You, come here. Points to Alice.
Me?
Yes.
How about you put the weapons away before he comes up to you?
He raises a sword, points it towards you again. How about you just be quiet for a second?
Nope, not gonna do that.
Yeah, he really doesn't. I mean, even if he asked without the sword, it probably wouldn't happen.
Oh, I'm gonna put my sword away, since I still have my rapier in my hand.
Okay.
Well, if I had it out. Either way, I'm unarming myself. I'm like, look, measure of faith. I don't want to fight you, but I also don't want you to hurt my friend. So if you want him to come up, I believe me, he'll be happy to meet you. Just put your weapons away. None of us are going to attack you.
Roll a persuasion.
Natural 18. So that's like a million. Give me 1 second.
What's your modifier?
Persuasion. Yeah, so plus 10. So 28.
Okay. So he looks over his shoulder at the second guy that's with him. He just kind of nods his head, and they kind of they flick their wrists this way, and you just see the blades kind of just go to their arm, and it almost looks like the blades inserted back into their arms. You don't really see where they are. Just very well, little one, come here.
All right, Atlas. Time to make some new friends, buddy.
Ooh, this is my best favorite part of traveling with everyone. Hi, I'm Atlas.
We start trundling over.
Should we open with a warm hug?
But not just yet, perhaps not just yet.
Okay.
How did you accomplish this?
Accomplish what?
How did you get fully converted?
Very carefully.
This is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen you before. Where are you from?
I'm from home. And
Home.
now I'm here. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from the city, of course.
Ooh, what is your city's name?
Have you never been here before? How could you not know where you are?
Well, it depends on what the city's name is. If you could tell me, I would be able to tell you if I've been there before or not.
Cinicalum.
Cinicalum. Absolutely not.
So I'm going to kind of side note and whisper to Thoric, like, is that where he's going?
And Thor's like, never heard of it before.
Okay, well, at least we know this is the wrong way.
Have I ever heard of this city before?
No.
Is it on any of the maps that I've looked at?
Tis not.
Well, I'm not too familiar with that city's name. We seem to be a little bit off course here.
So how come you destroyed our sentry?
It attacked us.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't have permission. It clearly would have asked for a password. If you didn't give it, then this is not your place to go.
Yeah, but then why attack us? Why not ask us to leave? It didn't give us the option to go. It asked for a password. We tried a few things we thought it might be, and then it just attacked us. What are we supposed to just lay down and die? We defended ourselves.
If it only asked you once, then perhaps it was malfunctioning. We might look into this. So it only asked once for a password.
No, it asked a couple times. Like I said, we tried a couple things we thought might be the password, but we didn't have a password.
Well, why
And
didn't
then
you
it
just
affected-
leave then?
We didn't
It
know
was
that was
very
an option.
aggressive.
Yeah.
You
It
didn't
had
know it
its
was.
hand in the corner.
Oh. He starts kind of like rubbing the back of his head. Oh, Carman's gonna be mad.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he wants to talk to us, you should really give it some programming that says leave or give us the password, because we would have left.
Very quickly. He was quite large.
Understand that this is a very basic automaton, not like what you've evolved it into, my friend. Very basic commands. I mean, we only really have it set to immediately attack kobolds, or if anything touches it, of course, it would defend itself. But I mean, otherwise, it should have been fine.
Yeah, it was sticking out of the roof
Ceiling.
ceiling. I don't know if that's a ceiling, but it was up there,
Yes.
and we didn't know what it was. So I climbed up, and literally my hand just touched it, and then things got crazy.
We thought maybe something was trapped and we could help it.
Okay.
Are you trapped? Do you need help?
No. I don't need any help. You may
Again-
need help, however. This is going to be expensive repairs. Just 1 second, and he starts walking over towards the broken device on the ground that you guys broke, and the other guy stands just kind of in the hallway. He hasn't got his swords out or anything. He's kind of just stand there, just watching you all, as his colleague goes over and starts inspecting the kind of spider robot entity.
So I want to go up to him and kind of like look him over. Do they seem to be? I mean, I'm assuming they're human android combinations. Can I kind of ascertain that?
Roll an investigation. Well, roll a perception. Sorry, perception.
That's not great. 10, I think. Nope, 6.
6. Okay. There's parts. Their whole body isn't covered by metal. It looks like armor, but it seems to almost move with their bodies.
All right, so then I'm gonna be like, is this armor?
Yes, of course it's armor. You fool. What do you think it would be?
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. Like, you're human or biological, I guess, underneath there, correct?
Of course. Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to insight check that.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll insight to see if he's lying.
Yeah. Or like just hiding some sort of 14 plus 18.
Okay. So he seems to be surprised genuinely surprised that you didn't know that he was of humanoid flesh and blood. He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. Can I scan him? Am I able to see if he seems human? Or
If you want to come a
there's
little bit, you want to come up right up to him.
Yeah, I'll come up to him.
Yeah, sure. As you get a little bit closer, Darius, you see his gaze shift over now to Atlas as Atlas is coming over, and his attention is now 100% focused. It's like, oh, this is quite superb. Look at you.
Great. So are you familiar with automaton technology?
Of course, we're familiar with
Scanning him
technology.
as I talk.
That's what we're all about, of course. You mean you don't know what the Nolgia are? And you run a little investigation.
Sorry, investigation or medicine?
You could do either. Your choice.
So, yeah, I will definitely do medicine.
Yep, go ahead.
It's not really the greatest. 11, 18.
18. Nice. Yeah, so as you're talking, you kind of look over. You can see gaps. So this armor doesn't seem to be 100% sort of complete covering him. And you can see gaps where there's flesh underneath. Wearing some sort of clothing. But it looks like what you can see, it almost looks like there is some metal that is essentially inserted into the flesh.
Fuse.
And some of it that is put on, and then gaps where there's kind of just leathers strapped around, but it looks like some of this armor is fused into his skin.
Okay.
Yes, Tim.
What did I say to him? That's what they're all about.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's what I'm all about as well. I mean, for obvious reasons, but my father was a great, great scientist.
Had he ever been to a city?
Oh, it's quite possible. I mean, he's spent many years working on automatons and devices like me, and
I lean down. Ask if they know his name.
Yep, and I'm getting there. But yeah, like, would you know anyone that is like the top scientist in your area?
Well, we have many people, of course, that work on these types of things, but you said you were actually an automaton yourself?
I mean, that's kind of what I'm referred to. I really don't know what I am. I'm, in my baseline programming, I'm an automated technician for life-saving systems and support.
So you didn't start as flesh and then evolve into what you are
I
today?
don't know. I don't have much of memory prior to a certain point in my life.
This
It
is
could have been.
peculiar. You guys, Jak, you're standing closest to kind of the broken sentry that you guys demolished, and you see the guy over there looking over it, and you see him touch kind of the side of his mask a little bit, and you see kind of a little flash, and he looks down at his wrist, and then just puts it away.
Jack's gonna point where he was when he was on top of it, and he was shooting down into like in between the panels and stuff, and he's gonna go, I kind of did some damage right there.
Oh yeah, I think you did quite a bit of damage. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. Do you all have a lot of money by any chance?
Bark, 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 bark.
No.
I did on my island. I don't anymore.
We've got a little bit. I will be honest though, we're intrigued to come, fix the mess we've made here, but we do want to get this gentleman back to his home, and he probably doesn't want to come on this adventure. So, how do you feel if we go take him to his house and then come back over and do what we have to do with you guys?
Where is his house? Is it? I mean, there's no houses near here. Where's his house?
I step out of the way and look at Thoric.
Oh, you're talking to me. Oh, I live down in York, down south. It's quite a ways away. A couple of days travel, I would think.
Well, he said he knew his way out of here, but we heard some stuff up at the other end of this cave, and then I saw the little imprint of a path here, so I was just kind of curious, and we crept in here and then engaged with your no longer functioning robot.
Yeah, we get quite distracted. Quite often, actually. It's
Especially when they misread things.
And these two wolves, are they your pets?
Bark.
No, the one guy, the goat guy, he can turn into different things, I guess, and then
A goat guy?
Yeah, maybe we show him versus, just he's gonna be. Mastos, can you undo what you've done, or is this a permanent thing now?
Bark. Bark,
it's
bark.
okay. We're friends with the dog.
I undo my wild shape as I approach. I take, I guess, 3 steps forward.
Okay. So you step forward and you start. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I come up on my hind legs as a wolf and kind of like dance forward, but the upper half slowly changes into a more human-like, but obviously handsomely goated. I gotta get horns. Like, I'm just and my fur changes to a silky brown instead of a dusty dark white. And I step forward. Mastos here. Mastos can change into much.
Oh, you have a druid with you. That must be useful.
What?
A druid.
I look back
Shapeshifter.
at A.T.L.A.S and say, Grove of Druids I come from.
Ooh. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get used to that.
Okay, well, so, just a quick question. Do you happen to know an Elias Reditus? Of the
Elias
doctor
Reditus?
nature?
I'm sorry, I've never heard of anyone by
Okay.
that name before.
No problem.
So, back to the task at hand. I think it's best that we report in to the damage that's been done. Yeah, if you wouldn't
Okay,
mind
will you have
following
fun
me.
recording?
Well,
We'll just
hold
keep
on.
going this way.
Thork, you said once we're out of this cave, you don't need us anymore. Is that correct? Do you feel comfortable if we get you out of here and then you continue on your journey, or are you wanting to be a part of this because we don't want to drag you into this?
Well,
Also, sorry, what are your names?
my name is Preen. And my name's Henrik.
All right. Sorry, I'm just writing this down quick.
Well,
That's the right
I kind of
stuff
wanted
down.
help to get through the mountain passage, and then on the other side, I'm sure I could make my way home. But I mean, there was a dead body down there with a head gone, so I don't know if it'd be safe for me to leave by myself.
Preen,
Yeah.
Henrik, is there a way to get to his town from yours that doesn't involve the mountain?
Well, it's we're high. The only exit is the mountain, so unless you can teleport, then you would have to work your way around. You can work your way around the outside of the mountain.
Can you teleport?
Not me personally, no.
Oh, okay. There's actually a gentleman, out back a little ways that can get you something to do that.
Well, we have plenty of resources at the city, but it's not something I'm really interested in.
Oh, okay, that's boring. Okay, well, Thork, why don't we just head back out the way we came, and no harm, no foul, and we'll catch you guys, another time.
I don't think that's going to be possible. I think you should, if you do something wrong, which you have done, I think you should.
I strongly disagree. Your robot attacked us. We didn't know that the option of leaving was there. This is, if anything, if you want to take us to your leaders, they need to explain why your robot attacked us and tried to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Matt,
no
have you-
signs in here that says no trespassing. There's no indication that we were crossing into somebody's private territory.
Do you have any gold? We may need some gold for repairs.
Are you asking me?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've taken some damage from your malfunctioning robot, so we may have to bring you guys with us, and you may have to pay for some repairs for the damage you caused.
You can ask Carmen for that, about that. That's not something I can make a decision on.
Is Carmen the person next to you?
No.
This is Preen and Henrik. They just told us that, Atlas.
Henrik Green.
Yes, I'm trying on sarcasm. I guess it
Oh.
didn't work.
Sorry.
Dry.
It'll click eventually. I just, you don't do it. So when you do it, I think you're being literal.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay,
Sorry.
so we'll head out. Unless you want to toss him some gold for some of our supplies and repairs. If not, you can go back and talk to Carmen, and we can, you can send us a letter in the mail.
I am interested in actually checking the city out. It seems like they might be technologically advanced, so we just
Well, that's great,
we have told somebody we're going to help them, so we're gonna see that through first. This kind of like little side issue isn't really a big deal to us right now.
Mhm.
and I'm not trying to sound mean, but if you're gonna try to stop us, that probably won't go well. So, I mean, I'm telling you we'll come back. So I would assume you'd be okay with that.
Mastos really would like to meet.
We can leave you Mastos, and he can stay here with you while we all go off.
Abandon Mastos?
Can you give us a second while we
Almost
just kind
like
of
collateral.
talk?
Like a bond?
Of course, I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, everybody come over here. And I'm gonna try to move back enough where if we talk in a low whisper that they're not gonna hear us.
Mastos don't know whisper.
And yeah. He pairs up with his other buddy, and they kind of just lean against the wall, watching you all.
Jack's gonna look at Reen, and she's gonna keep her distance. She's gonna separate us and them, so if they do move, she can alert us.
Okay.
All right, Thoric,
Right.
do you want to go check this place out, or do you want to go home?
Well, it's like I said before. I've been gone for decades, so rushing home now. I mean, what's another day or 2 or week or whatever?
All right, so Jack, it seems like he's cool with coming with us. I
If
think
he's okay with it,
Yeah,
I'm
it could extend your return home quite a long time.
Alice,
Almost
I
infinity.
think we should go there. I mean, they haven't heard of your father, but maybe someone higher up in their hierarchy has, and they may understand your makeup more. You may be able to learn more about yourself.
I smell knowledge. Mastos not know many druid knowers.
Mm-hmm.
Going with that one.
Well said, Mastos. Well said.
I'm just saying, I'll go with whatever you want to do. I don't have a unnecessary time limit to get me back. I mean, whatever is left of my place is what's left of my place. It's not gonna change any.
Unless
Or
it's back in the
say,
next couple
Mastos.
days and all your family is murdered.
I
And
don't
you would
have a
always wonder if
family.
you came back 2 days earlier, could you have saved them?
I don't have a family, so no problem
Unless
there.
you have a family that you don't know about, and then they're murdered within the next 2 days, and then you find out you had a family, and then you wish you went back 2 days earlier where you could have saved and got to know them.
Jack, what the hell
You
is
seem to
going
be
on with
very-
Atlas?
Fixated on
brain's
murder
like-
all of a sudden.
I don't know, but
Well, I'm just
how much
saying.
of a detour are we gonna do? Because I still thought we were going to Centaurium. I thought you figured out what you needed in life because you found this guy, and he's gonna point at Mastos.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I haven't had any revelations that I thought I was going to have.
Oh,
Yeah, so, I mean, we need to get this town thing sorted out. I think if we try to leave, we're going to have to fight them too, which, I mean, I don't care. I will fight them if you guys want to, but they seem like they're not bad people, and we
Yeah.
can go get this sorted out. I mean, I can talk my way out of pretty much anything.
So, why don't you
I'll
talk
hold you
your
to
way into us taking Thoric home?
Well, he already said he's fine going into town, so we can go get this sorted out. I don't think I can't talk my way out with these guys. They don't want to take the onus for what's happened to this machine. My understanding is if we leave, they're going to be the ones that are responsible for this. If we go in and talk to this Kenrick or whatever his name was, maybe we can sort it out, and maybe we can even turn it around so that they owe us compensation.
Carbon.
I'm just wondering, right now it is us 4 versus 2 of them.
Yeah, but-
Or we can follow them to their clearly fortified town full of more of them and go deeper down the road to where which we could not return from very easily.
Atlas, if they were hostile, they would have just attacked us from the start. They dropped they stopped fighting almost immediately.
Of course, there's 4 of us and 2 of them, and we took out one of the robots, so why not lure us down into a...
They could
More.
call for backup if they wanted to.
Could they? Do you know they can't even teleport?
Well,
Can
the other robot sent a message and they showed up. Who's to say
They're
they
not
can't?
robots.
I do
That-
agree with Atlas in this sense, though. From a hunting standpoint, it is foolish. I mean, some wolves are known to bait things back to their den.
In that regard, can I roll a insight check to see if I can tell if their weapons that they've had match the wound characteristic from the corpse that I sniffed? Because you said that was killed
Yeah.
by swords and daggers.
Yeah, swords and daggers. Roll. Yeah, go ahead and roll for that. Yep.
I did it again. It fell off. 16 plus 19.
Okay. 16
Yeah,
plus 19.
19 overall. 19 overall. Sorry. Did the math in my head. 16 plus 3, 19.
Okay. So as you were a little bit closer to them and kind of like sniffing when you're in your wolf form with your extra keen sense, you don't smell any fresh blood or any of the odor that was around or coming from the dead body down below. You don't smell any type of excreted bodily fluids or anything on the two people.
All right.
Mastos can smell they nice. We
Okay.
should go.
Let me try something. I
Well-
can't guarantee it's going to work because they may have advanced technology like the other dude out there, but I might be able to get the absolute truth out of them.
Well,
Okay.
should
One of
we
them.
at
You
least go?
also-
Jack already found out that they're not. They're being truthful.
Yeah, but if they be being truthful about what we're asking, they could be waiting to ambush us in their town.
Mhm.
Oh, that specific detail. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, should we see about what decapitated that old dude out there so we can make sure this place is safe, or are we not concerned with that anymore?
I don't know that we can.
I may have an idea. Why don't we send one person with Thoric to return to his home, while the rest of us venture to the town, but instead of returning to his home, Thoric and the one person follows behind at a distance. That way, if anything happens, we have some support that is not maybe detained.
If they try to allow that, we
Yeah.
may, if we tell them that, they may just say, "Okay, you're going to come with us regardless," and just try it by force. And at that point,
Yeah.
then we're killing these guys as well.
And,
Oh,
and
of course.
to what end does that work? Like, if they are planning on ambushing us, 2 less people. If your theory is that they're going to ambush us with our whole group, what difference does it make if 2 less people are there?
Well, it depends if they're looking to kill us or capture us. And if there's
Well-
2 people that are free, then there's an option for savior.
All right, let me
Let's-
go try this.
Let's wrap this up so they don't get suspicious.
So I'm gonna head over. Which one was which in terms of their names?
So the one that is right in front of you right now is Preen, and the one north of that, Henrik.
All right, Preen. Admittedly, your robot attacked us, and then you guys showed up. It's a little hard for us to trust. We've been through some shit. Let's just laying that out just like that for you. So it's not that we're against coming to town with you. We need to build a little bit of a trust. So I'm gonna do a little exercise, and I'm gonna suggest that you speak
come up and
only the
stop 'em.
truth moving forward from this moment. And I am going to cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Can I cast guidance on him, or that wouldn't really?
No, it's a
Protecting you.
saving throw for the other person.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Anti-guy.
All right. Just 1 second here.
And
Okay.
while you
You're
are
saying this
rolling,
to Preen, right?
yes.
Okay.
While you are rolling, Darius is going to sneeze, and I'm going to cutting words him so that whatever he rolls, I reduce it.
Okay. So let me see here.
Instantly becomes hostile to your sneeze.
Germ!
Natural 20.
Oh shit. Okay. Does my cutting word still work on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 6,
Okay. So he's a +1, so 21's a 15, so
so he saves.
saves.
So how does he react? Like, does he just say, "Okay, ask me your question"?
I have been speaking the truth so far, so I don't have to change what I'm doing.
And do I know that it failed? If it fails,
I don't think you do.
because it doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't state.
Okay.
So, okay, I mean, we could be halfway there by now. What's the hesitation here? What's the problem?
How do we know you're not leading us into a trap?
Why would I need to lead you into a trap? You were coming to our city. Let me give you our perspective here. We have our city with defenses to keep out people we don't want here. People come, they destroy one of our defenses, and then they complain to us about it. See, from our perspective?
Well, look at it from our perspective.
I am looking at you. Strangers come, city there, defenses destroyed.
No, see, we didn't even know there was a city down there.
We're in a cave, sir.
Atlas, please.
We're in a cave.
Atlas,
This is not a city.
we were exploring this cave. We saw a strange object in the ceiling. We literally just went to see what it was, and it came down spouting password, getting more and more hostile with each question. We have stumbled across things in the past that have needed passwords. We have used these passwords. It didn't work, and then it attacked us. It did not give us an option to leave. It didn't tell us we were invading a city. We didn't even know you had a city through there. Like we said, we were trying to take him home. Your
You should really
machine
put a
attacked
sign.
us.
Is there a
Seriously,
sign?
put a sign up, say no trespassing, anything. There is 0 visual markers to indicate that we were trespassing on your territory.
Well, that's because there's only kobolds here. Why would we put up signs for kobold? Nobody else has come through these parts for years. What
now
would that
someone
be
has, and look what
necessary?
happened.
Well, after
You-
Lord
you-
Vermoria died, more people might show up.
You were unprepared, sir. You were
Ixnay on the
unprepared.
Moria Bay.
Lord Vermoria died.
Yeah,
Surprised
we
that-
killed him.
Surprised he was still alive, to be honest.
Well,
Oh,
he definitely not now. You
He
know
was
what he
missing
tried
for
to
a
do?
little bit.
He tried to take us to a city.
Lord Vermoria tried to take you to a city?
When we didn't want to go, yeah. Yeah, and Jack, tell him what happened.
No,
I shot him in the face with a crossbow and he died.
Yeah,
Darius is literally like double face palming.
yeah. I watched it happen. And you know what? I didn't
So,
automatically life save, assist, or support. I let it happen.
if I could just put this together for myself, he kind of looks over at Henrik. So you killed Lord Vermoria in his city, and then you came and you destroyed our defenses trying to invade our city?
You guys are not helping. You need to shut up, both of you.
That's not the way to talk to new friends.
I
Is
am
it-
not talking to them. I am talking to you and Jack.
It's quite simple. If we could just take, it's 5 minutes to the city. If you could just come and explain, this is above my pay grade.
Okay.
Okay.
Are the people we would be explaining to more intellectually bright than you and your friend here? What would you say? Just because if we're gonna explain it again and it's about the same level of intellect we're dealing with now, I feel like it's kind of pointless. If you
There's-
don't understand what we're saying now,
They're
then
confused, Atlas. There are missing parts of the story that you've left out.
If
Very
it's only 5 minutes, let's just go at this point.
Mastos hungry. You give food, Mastos come.
I don't have any food with
Okay,
me.
okay,
my
just
God.
lead the way. I will come with you. If you guys want to stay here, I'm going with them.
okay.
This is all, you're all making this very difficult.
We have trust issues. And
That was
if you stay and listen to the story, I will tell the whole story. If you stay and listen to it, you will understand why we have trust issues. Please lead the way.
My shift's over soon. I don't want to waste time listening to the story. Let's just go.
Yeah, let's go.
Is everybody coming?
Doesn't matter.
Um,
I will come with you, and I
Yeah.
will explain. Just go. If they come, they can
Alright,
come.
do you want to head to your house?
I don't know if I'm happy with Darius going off by himself, to be honest
I'll be
with
fine. I
Oh, no.
Oh
promise.
my goodness, we got
Jack and
another
Mastos can go with him.
Dorhan on
you.
us.
I'm gonna go.
Dorhan.
I'm not leaving him alone. You see what these fellas are packing?
Nothing that we can't handle. If we can handle a blood weaver, I think these two guys aren't going to be an issue.
Yeah, trust
Yeah,
me, Thor.
Thor.
I've dealt with some people who are packing in my life. Don't you worry.
Mhm. Wait a minute. Is that
Let's
a
just-
euphemism?
Atlas,
You know what
Mastos
that is, Atlas?
From anxiousness.
Alice, I'm asking you to trust Darius and let's go to this city.
Darius's face, shock, just like what? Yeah. Atlas, please check it that he's okay.
I'm already scanning.
I want to scan for blood weaving magic.
You see the veins start to ripple up Jack's face.
Roll action.
Are you
Yeah, let's
coming
go,
then?
Let's go. Just go. Start
Okay.
going. I will follow.
Yes, we're wasting way too much time here with this conversation. We should just head to your city and talk to the people in charge.
If only somebody had have suggested that earlier.
Huh? Another thing you were not prepared for, so it's okay. We understand.
But
this
we
is how your
did
city
suggest
operates.
that, Preen. What's he even talking about?
Don't.
I don't know.
There's no point. There's really no point. See, this is what happens when you turn into one of those. Are you sure you want to do that?
Not one of those exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so they turn and they start to slowly walk off. Is everybody following, or what's the plan?
I am following. I don't know if anybody else is coming. I assume that at least Jack is going to come and Thoric.
Jack's gonna be right on Darius's tail with Reen beside him.
And sorry, I can't ritual cast anything like slow walking.
No, you have to sit
No,
down.
you have to
Just
sit down.
If you weren't so heavy, you could ride on my shoulders and do it.
Mount him. Yeah, no, you have to be like stationary and focused.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my wolf to come with us.
Wait,
My wolf.
Mastos, can you turn into a horse?
Not anymore.
I have one left. One, because I've used it to go in and then out and then back in. Well, I don't use it to get out.
Yeah, it doesn't use a point to exit.
Yeah, so one to go, one to get out, one to go back in, and I have one left.
Well, how long has it been since you turned into that fox? Because
I actually have two, not three.
Oh yeah, technically no. You would be. You should technically. Well, I don't know. That gets kind of in a weird
Yeah, you
space.
burned
That's
it
on you. Deep.
twice. Yeah,
What?
you burned it twice. You've used the 2 wild shapes.
Yeah,
You use
two
2
wild
wild shapes.
Yeah,
You
two.
haven't long rested those since your battle with the evil god when you shaped into the fox. So
No,
technically-
that's super long rest.
That was a very long rest. I wasn't even conscious.
So, what's going on? Is everybody
Well,
following?
I'm
yeah, we're
following.
we're all following.
Okay.
We're dragging Atlas behind us.
Well, that's what I
Okay.
said. The horse thing. He could ride your back and ritual cast.
I could, but I'm not wasting a lunch.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't.
Yeah,
Need
it's-
that.
But I'll
I-
keep that in mind.
I don't think you could really do that anyway. The concentration involved in casting a ritual spell to be like just riding on the back.
I would not be a comfortable.
We are going to
horse
figure it
either.
out. We will figure it out. I promise you.
Let's see. How long does
Oh, I can.
1 hour? So you've got your wolf for 1 hour.
Yeah, 1
Okay.
hour.
All right. So as they both turn to walk down the hallway, you see the kind of this yellow glow light up. From what you can tell, whatever is on their mask is kind of illuminating as they walk forwards down the western path. Where goes up? Atlas, are you following? And you're a little bit hesitant to.
Yeah, no, I'm following.
You're
I'm
good?
just
Okay.
heading towards. I'm sticking at the back.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you guys they're just leading the way. They're not really saying too much. You guys notice this path from the original kind of style of path you walk through. It's about 10 feet around, all in diameter. You see kind of those small grooves that you've seen before from the stoneworms you identified would have carved these caves. As it moves on, though, you can start to see parts of it are more reinforced. Wood beams up the side, and now you see it kind of starts to get a little bit wider, more into a structured path. It's been about 5 minutes or so as you guys are walking.
I'd like to actually ask them more about Carmen. Master speaks up and he says, "You know druids? Masto doesn't meet lots of people who know of us."
Oh, there's many types of people at the city, of course.
But
I mean, druids
Other
are-
druids? Mastos like skips, pulls his pan flute, and puts it away quickly.
Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. It's not a city of druids or anything. Just we've seen druids come through the city.
I tell him that druids are pretty well known around the world. I mean, I like not as a person, but people know of druids. You're not like a top secret order or anything.
Been a long time for Mastos.
How long?
It has been 80. I have been alive for 127 years, plus the 63 years.
Have you
72
practiced that speech? Because you sounded very different when you said that.
Sorry, I was doing the math. Mastos, 127 in your years?
Wow, you're like 3 of me.
And stone makes Mastos
Hard.
Mastos just gets sad thinking of knowing that the people he knew were gone. Sad face.
What's with the depression all of a sudden? What's going on? Why the long face, friend?
Mastos' friends long gone. Mastos alone now.
Well, that may not be true. They could still be out there somewhere. I'm not telling you they are, because I don't know. But
Perk up.
this world is really starting to show me it's not what I thought it was. We are walking and talking, right? Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're still walking along. Yep.
We're just like stopped and they're just like, come on.
The worst group to lure into a trap. It's taking forever. No.
We can add it to our list of things to do. I mean, we know what you're looking for. I know what Atlas is looking for. Jak doesn't talk about his feelings, so, I mean, he's kind of just coming along. I know he wants to win the tournament, and that's all I know. And he has some kind of weird dragon history.
Oh,
The tournament. Oh, God. Are we gonna be late for that?
I don't know. I'm starting to think they wait for us, because it's almost like God keeps adding more obstacles before we get to the tournament.
Yeah, well, that God. She's a stickler. But seriously, how long has it been?
I mean, it's only been a couple days.
It's been like a week.
A few
Feels
days.
like months.
Yeah, no, weeks and weeks and weeks for sure. But
Hmm.
you know, time drags when you're nearly dying.
Oh, hey, new friends?
Yes.
Do you know about the tournament?
Well, there's many tournaments. What tournament are you referring to?
And the vest that I'm wearing is gonna like mystique open up to just outline the crystal in my chest. Anything using these?
That's strange. And Hendrik turns and walks over. You mind if I take a look?
Well, you are looking.
Well,
You want to like get in my personal space? You mean?
yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Wouldn't be the first time.
Fruity.
I'm glad I'm right there.
Oh yes, I've heard tales of this. This was the keys to the entrance to the old tournament.
The
Huh.
old?
Centaurium one.
Yes, in Centaurium. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, they
What do
used
you
to
mean by
hold.
old? In used to? Is it not running anymore?
How long have we been gone?
I don't think they've had the tournament for many years now, as far as I know. Anyway, I don't go there.
What?
I told you
Centaurium.
we are very late.
We haven't been here that long, though. We were commissioned, or I guess chosen. They've been coming to our islands for years. I mean, just to check, Colin, like outside. It's every year, right? They come and collect people from our island. Like every year, they have come to our island and collected people.
I didn't know that was still going on. I know that was a thing. I didn't realize that they still did that. Huh.
Okay.
How long How long has it been?
He said it's a few years since they
Well,
had one.
We don't pay much attention to what Centaurium does. It was just to my general knowledge.
Oh. Is not paying attention to things kind of like your thing?
Is he always like this? I mean,
So there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
chance this is still going on then, and you guys are just
Out of the loop.
misinformed.
Uneducated?
possible.
They, to
We
be
stay
fair,
educated in the things that we
age they
wish to
live
be
in.
educated about.
Yeah,
Uh,
don't take offense to them. Well, Atlas is different. Jak is just grouchy.
Jack's
Always.
demeanor's kind of changed to nervous, and he's gonna pick up his pace subconsciously and start to overtake the guys guiding them to the city.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I don't try to stop him. I'm like, look, man, we're gonna figure this out. Don't go crazy. Don't let that take you over. Trust me, it's a bad path to go down. And I let go of his shoulder.
And Jack will continue to stride off.
Oh, if you wish to go ahead, feel free. You just obviously will be stopped at the entrance just to verify who you are. Again,
That's
we like to
whole
protect the
purpose for
city.
being here. You may have taken his literal purpose away from him right now, and we're stuck here now. So, not a good thing to say.
Well,
But-
what is his purpose?
Well, he was here to fight in the tournament so he could win the tournament for his island.
So you like a challenge?
Oh well, I mean we've been getting enough of those. This is no, please don't start going down that path. It's just he wanted to help his island become prosperous. That was the only reason he wanted to do this tournament.
Well, perhaps you can get to the tournament. Perhaps it's still going. I mean, again,
Yeah,
we don't know.
I know. I get what you're saying. He's just now going to be in a super hurry to get there, which is not going to be fun to deal with. Lead on, please.
Yeah. So everybody is still moving forwards. So Thor
what
kind of
do we
chirps
do?
up. Like, so, when did you arrive at Famoria City? We never really talked about that.
Who's he talking to?
To the group.
Well, because Jak is like gone. So
So everybody but Jack then?
Yeah, Jack's like my goal is to him be ahead of like everybody.
So you're going to be about 10 feet ahead. Then they move kind of with your pace when you get a little bit ahead. They're not trying to stop you, but they just don't want you to get too far ahead.
Atlas, have you been cataloging like our time here?
Have I been cataloging our time here?
Roll a
What
general
time
intelligence
is it
check.
while we're here?
I'm assuming it's something I could probably figure out. It might just take some time.
Well,
Sorry, did you say
you've
roll
also
something?
died.
Intelligence.
So
Also true.
My son died
intelligence?
before here.
Yeah.
Jesus. Really?
You're a robot. Shouldn't you be intelligent?
He's not a robot.
Oh, sorry, automaton.
He's not made of circuit boards and
What a racist.
RAM.
yeah, I already got yelled at for calling him a robot. So
5, 10, 12, 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So you know that this is your 8th day since you hit the beach.
8.
This is
Yes.
8th day.
Like, I know this for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, from my journal records, we've been here 11,521 minutes since arrival on the breach.
okay, walking calculator. You mind breaking that into days?
11,522. Sorry,
Days?
correction.
Do you want to break that into days?
Oh, well, yes, that's 8 days.
Thank you.
1,440 minutes per day. Divide
All
that
right.
by 11,522, that equals to 8 days since the beach.
You see Thoric rubbing the side of his head and his temple.
Yeah, don't let it get to you, buddy.
That's a lot. That's a very long time. Is that more than I was in the mirror?
No, 8 days.
Oh, 8 days.
How long
Sorry.
you were in the
Sorry.
mirror?
Sorry.
Oh, 8 days.
Sorry.
Thor, how long were you in the mirror for?
I don't know. Couple of decades, maybe. I really don't know. Time was a little bit weird in there.
And he has no way to track it, I assume. So
Don't know.
okay. Henrik Preen, how far away are we from the gate?
Oh, only about 5 minutes now, I would say. There's no gate. You're already past the security that we had set up.
Right.
Oh,
The assassin droid got you.
I thought you said there was another point of protection.
Well, there's guards obviously posted in case something does get through the sentry.
Oh.
When we
Has
move
anything ever
forwards and
gotten
somebody
through the
replaces
sentry?
us. Oh, not in many years. That's why I was configured to take care of those blasted kobolds. They kept scampering down there, so that's why we had it programmed to just not even ask for a password for those little things. That would just blast them out of the rocks.
Just a quick question. Why are you so protective of people coming to your city?
Oh, I wouldn't say we're any more protective than any other city. This is the only entrance that is not, the main entrance. It makes sense to keep it, secure, protected.
Just so you guys understand, the only city he's been to, we literally walked in, and there was no countermeasures. So, currently, you're the only city he's been to that has tried to kill us.
Well, I mean, even back in my own city, people were able to come by and say hello. There's no automated death measures to eliminate anyone who doesn't have a pre-required password with absolutely no direction or signage to forewarn them.
Perhaps your cities didn't have a sort of secret back entrance.
Oh,
Atlas has a secret back entrance.
I do. It's my hatch. Would you like to see it?
Perhaps later.
Absolutely. Let me know.
I would like to
Mastos
give you a bit of a
back.
once-over later, if you don't mind.
Oh my.
I'm just intrigued.
Atlas.
That might be more of Darius's kind of forte.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to blast open my hatch and let you feel around for a little bit.
And Henrik looks over to you, Darius. Do you have modifications?
No. No?
Oh.
I've never needed them. He has a smirk on his face.
Well, yes, no interest to me then. Henrik turns around, keeps walking.
There's like feelings mutual.
Scamper. Scamping along. Ah!
Mastos
Can you
trips.
tell us more about your city?
Oh,
How many
yes.
people live there?
Oh. I mean, we don't really keep track of the number, but there's, I don't know, hundreds at a time, I guess.
And are they all human, or are they many
Oh.
races, or are you a racist people and only like humans?
Oh, no, everybody's welcome. There's no reason to hold anybody back from evolving, I would say.
So anyone who wants to come there can come and evolve?
Yes, of course. Well,
But if
to
they-
evolve, you have to, you have to work your way up, etc. But yeah, of course, anybody's welcome.
As long as they have a password.
We're stuck on the password, yes? Perhaps,
Look,
why
I'm
don't we
just trying to understand.
Why don't we do this? The password, as you haven't tried to attack and you don't seem to be wanting to attack the city. You don't really seem to know anything about what you're doing at all. Maybe I just tell you the password, and in that way, for defense, you come across other defense mechanisms, you'll be fine.
It's a great suggestion. I was actually going to recommend that.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, we'd hate to have to disable more of your defenses easily.
Because they tried to kill us.
Hmm.
Maybe it
What-
wasn't
what's-
such a good idea.
What's the password?
Flesh is only a vessel. And you can say that in any language. We our security systems, we make sure are accessible for most people. So we try to put as many languages as we can in there.
It's very
How many-
inclusive.
How many
Yes.
languages do you speak?
Me?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, okay. And I say flesh is only a vessel in Celestial.
I say it in Fey.
Oh. Sounds like we got some linguists here.
No, I literally know that in this language. That's it. I'm not that fancy.
Oh.
I think. I might know another language.
Mastos fancy with language.
Oh, yeah, I also know Elvish.
I know 7 languages, but I'm not. Jack's not saying that.
All right, so you guys continue to watch, and Thorix speaks up. So only 8 days. So that means all of you were only on your islands up until now. Then you haven't had any experience.
Listen,
Yeah.
man, my understanding of this world was there is no magic, which evidence to the contrary, and there was just the 4 islands and then the main island for the tournament. That is what we've been taught.
Oh. Well. All right then. I suppose you've got a lot of catching up to do then.
Apparently, there's been some really revolutionary stuff that we've learned since we've been on this island.
Is there anything you should tell us, or that we should know?
I mean, I don't know what would be relevant to what you want to know. I'm an open book. You can ask me anything. I mean, if I know it, I'll tell it.
Does magic exist?
Aye, of course it exists.
So it was never gone?
Well, aye, it was gone for a number of years. I think about 50 years or so. And then it started to come back.
How did it come back?
Well, some people randomly woke up and the weave was back within them. And their bloodlines, people that were born through their bloodlines, then also had the weave going through them.
That's me. I'm dancing.
Ah.
just dancing around.
Do these people have any heritage that may give them this power?
Well, there's lots of different ones. I mean, lots of different. The weave's a core part of magic, but there's different, branches off from it. So there's all different kinds.
What does the term Conciso sorcerer mean to you?
Conciso sorcerer, well, I heard something about that. That was something to do with they were once part of the cataclysm that happened, but I don't know a lot of detail about that.
Okay.
Does that name ring anything to me for my age?
No.
Okay.
Roll a history.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, nat 19. It's not nat 20. 20.
Okay. All right. So as you're hearing this kind of conversation, kind of thinking back in your head, all those nights by the fire and the stories, listening, you had heard Conciso sorcerers mentioned a couple of times when these old people are coming up trying to regale the little kids and get them all excited, and explaining that Conciso sorcerers were once these group of magic users that they used their magic in combination with these spheres of energy to release a god that was once banished. And they're using this magic to do this, led to the cataclysm.
Okay. Mastos hear many stories around C. Mastos knows stories.
Care to share those stories?
Mastos needs campfires for stories. And I prance around.
All right.
Prance towards Jak.
Darius keeps walking, but he's a lot more somber now than he was before.
Okay. Is that it for your questions?
That's all I needed to know. Thank you, Thork.
All right. Anytime. Sorry, I didn't know more.
It's all good.
All right. So, as you guys keep
What
moving
is Reed
forward,
doing?
I was trying to get her to get her up with me, but it won't let me move her up there. She's stuck past this. I can't get any further than this.
weird. So as you guys continue, you start to see, it's been close to 10 minutes now, and you start to see a light at the end of the tunnel. Jak, you hear Henrik, perhaps you could pull back just a little bit. Might be a little bit easier if we just go in first.
Jak doesn't listen. He's ignoring him.
Excuse me. Hold up, please. Are you still continuing to walk?
Yep.
All right.
I stop.
Okay. And as the Henrik and Preen come up to you, Mastos, look down at. What? Sorry, what was your name again?
Ooh, the Mastos, and I bow.
Mastos. Very nice to meet you, and thank you for waiting when asked. Very polite of you. And he gives you a little bow.
I prance.
Okay, as I continue to walk forward, Jak, you can see where this light is now. You see kind of flickering light. And as you get a little bit closer, you're about kind of 60 feet, kind of where you see this kind of starts to open up. And it's just bright, like pretty much daylight is what you can see from where you are. You continue still walking?
Yep.
All right. So as you start walking, Henrik, you hear, and you see a small fire light up from the bottom of his boots. And he kind of leans his arms back, and you just see him fly past you on the left, off into kind of like the daylight area that you see just fly off into the left. Preen continues just still walking along. Anybody wishing to do anything?
I'm just
Following him.
following the
Okay.
guards.
Yeah.
Moving.
All right. So, Jak, as you get a little bit closer now, you pretty much reach where this opens up, and you can see, you look up, you can see daylight. You can see this huge opening. And straight ahead in front of you is a massive hole. You can't even kind of see where the other side of this hole ends. And it looks like there's a circle the whole way around, and you see a couple of similar looking dressed people, two on the left-hand side, and then far across opposite where you are, you can kind of see a few more of them. And you see Henrik talking to the ones on the left-hand side as you enter, and this is a massive space in this big rounded shape, and it's all marble. You see that the floor and the walls is all handcrafted marble, and you see some stairs off to the left, and Henrik just talking to two people on the side. Everybody's slowly moving up behind you. You keep walking? Do you stop? What are you doing?
Jak's gonna keep walking, but he's gonna tell the guy behind him, if you want to lead, you need to get in front of me. I figured you'd be faster since you want to turn your body into metal.
Okay. Well, you can tell all your smart-ass comments to Common. So as everybody now kind of comes up to this opening, you all see the same thing. Looking up, you see this. It basically looks like you're outside. You can see this huge, what would be a roof, but there's nothing there, and you can see the clouds above. You can see the sky. You can see mountains off to the side, and Henrik off talking to the left-hand side. You see Preen start to kind of peel off and start to talk to Henrik as you guys walk over, and you see this massive hole in front of you. He leaves you alone for a second while he goes over to talk to Henrik.
So do we go with him, or do we just wait here?
Jak's gonna keep going.
Okay, where do you keep going to? Like there's the stairs that look like they lean down to the left. There's going around to the right. There's going around to the left.
Like looking at it, does anything look like it's leading to a more public area?
Looks similar to what you see here, only on a larger scale.
Okay. Jack's gonna go towards where they're at, but he's just gonna walk past them and go around the hole.
Okay. So as you get closer to the hole, you can start to hear kind of noises now, like almost like mumbling and moving around. As you look down the hole and peer over, roll a perception check.
That is a dirty 19.
Okay. So yeah, as you look over the hole, you see what looks like layers the whole way down. And you see buildings, you see people. It looks like there's about 50 feet down and there's like this layer and buildings and people. And then about another 50 feet down, it's kind of cut in again and look like layers of people, almost like circles cut out of this massive hole is going down into the depths of the mountain.
Does it look like something Jack could affix his grappling hook to if he were to jump down the hole?
Seeing where the buildings are opposite you, you can barely see it. Like it is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet away. This is a giant circular hole.
Okay. Jack will just go down to the stairs on his left then.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Jack, where are you going?
I'm gonna go talk to some people.
Do you know where these people are?
I'm assuming down there.
And I peek over. Do I see the same thing?
Yep. You see these different layers of
There's a
of
lot of
city,
down
basically.
there.
Yep. Can't miss me. I got a dragon beside me and a green hood.
Why don't you just wait for them?
And he'll disappear down the stairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna trot over to ask where Carmen is.
All right. So as you're going over, you head down the stairs. Neither Henrik or Preen seen you go down the stairs. They're busy talking to their colleagues. So you trot up to them?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I
like to peer over the side.
Okay.
Mastos heard Carmen knows. Carmen may know druids.
Well, I mean, lots of people. I've seen druids come through, and I don't think Carmen by any stretch is somebody who maybe specifically knows one. I don't know. But that's not really, Well, anyway, you can talk to her when you meet her.
Have you seen druid recently?
Not in a while, I don't think. But I mean, not everybody discloses their abilities or their skills, so who knows?
I'm gonna come up and just be like, how often do you guys get out of this city?
Well, I mean, people come and go. I myself, I live here. I'm stationed here, and I enjoy living here. So I don't really leave. The odd mission, of course, outside to maybe retrieve things or hunt for food or whatever the case may be. But mainly, I'm a protector of the city.
So the knowledge you have of anything we've asked about realistically is limited due to the lack of world exposure.
Yes, I mean, people come and go and travelers, and we can, obviously, if we're interested, we could ask, but it just has never really interested me.
That's fair. I'm not judging you or anything for it. Don't mistake my tone. It's more so, do you have anyone here that is from Centaurium or the area that may be able to help us get more information on the tournament? Do you have anyone here that may know more about? And I kind of gesture towards Mastos, the druids.
Oh, I'm sure there's hundreds of people in the city. You could ask around. I'm sure people are from all over places here.
And I nudge Mastos, and I'm like, "You want to go for a walk?"
Walkies. Mastos love walks.
Well, before we head off, we are going to be meeting, of course, with Carmen to discuss
Where is
what
she?
happened. Well, we're going to take you there, and you will meet a lot of people on the way. And she is she does all her work at the inn on the first course, so you can definitely meet lots of people there after you speak to her.
I definitely will.
All right, so roll a perception, Atlas.
Okie dokie. That is going to be a 18.
18. Okay. So as you're glancing around, you kind of see what you heard me describe before about these different kind of circular levels of the city. It looks to be about 4, maybe 5 tiers of this different levels of city as you look over. And as you kind of look up and you're trying to look out to up above, for a second, the way you turn, you almost see like a little glimmer or a little shine right in front of you where this hole is. And then as you kind of just turn, it just disappears and it looks clear again.
Yeah, I want to like kind of reach out and see if is it like some sort of thing in front of me, or like was this glimmer within reaching distance?
Yeah, so literally right at the edge as you go to push your hand out, it doesn't look like there's anything there, but you almost feel like a little bit of give, and you can't really push too far. It goes a couple of inches, and it just kind of like, I don't know, it almost feels like skin almost.
Invisible though?
Yeah.
And
at this point, Henrik and Preen head back over. See him coming over.
I'm going to cast. Actually, I'm going to. I'm just going to ask who they came over. They came back over.
Yep.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Do we have some time before Carmen arrives? I feel like I need to kind of power down or reset myself a little bit after your defense system.
Oh, well, we're going to Carmen. Carmen won't be coming here. We're going to her, and she works out of the inn, so you're more than welcome to power down or whatever it is you need to do once we get there.
Okay. All right.
I'm just going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Because no one's going to let me fucking ritual cast it, so.
All right. So it is 60 feet, right?
I think it's 3,000. Let me check.
It is 14 miles.
30 feet.
30
Penetrate
feet, okay.
most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone.
Okay. Yeah, so as it goes out, you look around. You see, obviously, your colleagues lighting up a little bit as to what you would expect. And then you see the guards have slight glows on different, it's strange, on kind of different parts of them where you wouldn't necessarily expect to see glows. But the kind of the membrane that you were kind of the skin thing that you were touching doesn't seem to have a magical essence to it.
Okay. So anything else in the 30 feet? Nothing else? Like the other people that are across the way, how far are they?
So they're like hundreds. This is just like a representation.
Oh, right,
Those
okay,
are
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just kind of keep my eye out as we follow along to who's glowing.
Okay. So we'll pick up. So Jak, as you go down the stairs, you now see, as you go down, you have to walk about 40 feet or so down these stairs, and as you get to the bottom, it opens up and you can see now you're on this first level of this huge massive circle that wraps around this ginormous hole. You see buildings, people, you see carts being pulled. You look across, you can see it continues the whole way around. It looks like a bustling city.
Jak's going to go up to the first person he sees that is out and about.
Okay, you see this older gnome lady. She's kind of got this red robe wrapped around, this little hood pulled up. She's got a little basket. She's just trotting along.
He's gonna go up to her, and then in Gnomish, he's gonna say, "Excuse me, is there a place where one can get a drink and find people to speak with?"
Oh, goodness me, you're a handsome fellow. You wish to get a drink with me, young man?
Are you... Depends. Are you well-versed and traveled?
Oh, yes, of course. In my day, I was all over the place. I can show you somewhere. Come with me. And she just grabs your arm immediately.
All right, Jak will allow it.
Okay. Let's go. We're going to the Rusty Mug. Have you been there before?
I'm new in town.
Oh, I thought you had that look about you.
And as he's being dragged away, Jak's gonna wave his hand at Reen, and she's gonna follow up real close.
Okay. Oh, is he coming too? The ball,
she
the
will be following us,
mirror.
yes.
And she starts leading you, kind of grabbing your wrist, being that she's so much smaller than you. But very happy, big smile, just kind of like hopping along. You can see in her basket, looks like she just basically got food products. You see like vegetables and stuff sticking out of it. And she seems to be bringing you north. Sorry, south. Seems to be bringing, kind of turned you from where the stairs were, heading south. You just see people going about their business. Everybody up top. So Henrik, okay, I think it's time we head off to talk to the boss. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this.
Ooh, does the boss, like, are they gonna make us pay for stuff? Or would they take, like, maybe a donation?
No worries, Mastos knows. Mastos help. Mastos explain all.
I have this, I think.
And I pull out the dagger of Eros.
Okay.
And I, like, flip it into my hand.
And
I say, like,
I have this really cool dagger that I'm sure is worth a lot. And it's really light and agile.
And I like swish it back side to side, and then I flip it, and then I stab out to the right where I felt the resistance, almost like I'm showing them how quick the dagger is.
Okay. Oh, that's very impressive. And as you stick the dagger to where that thing was, you can feel it give a little bit of give, and then it kind of just stays there. You don't feel it pierce. You just feel a little bit of give.
And does it stay stuck there? Like, could I release the hand?
You can pull it right back. It doesn't feel like it's stuck there.
Okay. And I notice no change, no audible sounds or...
No. Roll investigation.
I'm doing good investigations tonight, so...
Here, take him.
I'm taking a picture, nat 20.
Oh, nice. So as you kind of...
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's good. So as you flick it up and you kind of like push it off to the side, as it connects with whatever this thing is, you see a little, almost like a little ripple of light, where the dagger hit. Kind of where it penetrated, it just looked like you could see light almost reflecting from where you penetrated it, and then when you pulled it out, it just kind of like went back to invisible.
Snap back
again.
in.
Yeah.
And did any glow from that light at all? Like any magical glow or?
No.
Okay. So, all right. Just gonna make note of that. What color was light?
It looked like sunlight. It looked like the light that was coming from above in the sky.
Okay. And there's no light coming from above right now, is there?
Yeah, this sun's out. You can see the sky from where you are.
Okay. So we're out of the mountain. We're on the other side of the mountain.
You're inside the mountain looking up. It looks like a huge circle cut out of the mountain, and you're looking right out the top.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so if Carmen's really interested in Tanaz, then maybe we can make a deal.
I
Look it up.
put it back in my mouth.
Okay. Well, I'm sure she'll be open to something. I just don't know what.
Don't worry. I'll talk to her.
Very well. Come along. And they both move down the stairs, leading you all down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm coming. Thorax coming from the back as he was leaning up against the wall. Everybody else following?
Yep.
So as you guys go down now, you see that you've hit this level that opens out, and you can see these buildings and people everywhere. And the buildings that you can see are it's a mixed match of buildings. Like there's one that is like a total made pure of stone, almost from the ground right to the ceiling. There's some that are made of wood, like shacks. There's some that are made out of metal as well. Like it just looks like a mixed match of different buildings all over. And so they start leading you. They turn around and start leading you down south. As you walk past, there's people walking past, going about their daily business. Atlas, you're just blown away by the different races of people you've never seen before. You see people with like horns bending back. You see little small green humanoid figures with pointy ears and strange looking noses.
Do they all have like some sort of modifications, or does some look normal, or
roll perception?
Not good. 13.
Okay. So as you kind of look around and get your bearings, you see there is the odd person that has modifications, but it doesn't look like it's something that everybody has. And you do notice that there's other people that look similar to the two people that are guiding you. But they look like they're kind of sparse and all spread out. They don't look like there's a concentration of them per se.
Similar in the sense of like the modifications are similar, or like visually like face?
Similar like modifications, like they have some kind of hybrid of armor, flesh.
Okay.
And they continue to walk you guys in a southerly direction.
Do I notice any patterns of like colors or like uniforms or anything? Like, is anyone wearing any sort of matching garb that would stand out from the rest?
So, with that perception, you do, but again, it seems to be random. Like you're walking past, you see these three people walking past that look like they have similar armor with a similar symbol on the right like shoulder plate.
Yeah.
And then as you walk along and you see a couple of people grouped together that have similar red robes with gold trim along it. It doesn't seem to be consistent. It seems to be scattered. There are a few groups of people, but it all seems to be pretty different.
Right. So that symbol is not like that was just specific to that group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we like continually to go down?
So the stairs go down about 40 feet or so until it evens out. And now it looks like, as you look around, it's almost like a street, and you see paths and a road bending right around, and this thing goes in a full big circle.
And then I assume there's stairs that go down to the next ring somewhere.
You would assume so.
Yeah, okay. So if we do happen to go lower, I want to keep an eye out to see if it seems like there is like a social structure, like the higher rings are the more rich or poor, depending on whatever. I just want to keep an eye out for that.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
During my look around too, did I notice anyone? Because I should still be detecting magic. Anything that's like standing out?
Yes, all over the place. It looks like lots of the kind of random bystanders that are just walking by. A lot of them have glows off them in places you would expect, like kind of down where the hip, where there might be a sword, or on the back where there's maybe something in the backpack. There's glows all over the place.
Okay. Nothing super bright though. Nothing like that would stand out among the rest.
Yeah, nothing that's like giving an indication of like, oh wow, like this is something crazy right here. Yeah, everything seems to be very similar feel to what you've seen when you've come across similar magic items, just to what you have on your person.
Okay. I will continue following. I'm gonna be
Okay.
sticking with Thoric.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything while we're going before we flip back to Jak?
I'm in awe of the city.
Yeah. Overload of your senses. You've never seen such amount of people in one place, or different types of people, or these types of buildings. This is just completely awe-inspiring for Mastos. So Jak, walk for a couple of minutes now. This gnome lady, she looks so happy hopping along. So what are you doing here? You said you were new to the city.
Well, we came here because we were attacked by a drone, or not a drone, a robot that was, I guess, defending the area.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, you are brave.
And so I guess we're here to figure that out. But I guess I recently found out that Centaurium hasn't been doing their tournaments for a few years, yet people from my island get picked up every year. And I presumed I was out here to, you know, get supplies for my island and get it taken care of. And apparently on the way in here, the two guards or soldiers, whatever they are, said that they haven't been doing it for a while. So now I'm here to find out, try to find some well-versed, traveled people that I can ask questions to.
Oh, well, I'm sure you can find lots of information here. There's all kinds of people all over the place here. Ooh, well, let's go to the inn first and see who's there.
Thank you.
So as you continue down a little bit further, you look up and you see now one of these stone buildings that have kind of connected from the ground and goes the entirety of the way up to the platform above where you came from. You've traveled a good bit now. You kind of look back and you can barely see where the stairs were where you came from. But this building stretches out from base to ceiling. Seems to be different levels to it, all made of stone, and a large, massive, giant mug hangs from the front. It's kind of got like chiseled out to look like froth coming out the top of it. And it's kind of just swinging at the front. Well, here we are. So, you're going to buy me a drink, right?
Yes, I'll buy you a drink.
Okay.
Does Jak have money?
She starts skipping and pulling your arm in towards the entrance. Just letting her lead you in.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
It's a trap.
So roll a perception.
That is a dirty 8.
Okay.
That's what she's about to do to you.
Oh my god. So as you look in, there's multiple tables. This place goes probably like 150 feet back, and almost the same side, left to right. Tons of tables everywhere. Very busy place. As you look around, it looks like people are just regular garb. Nothing amazing standing out to you. You see stairs going up, obviously, to a next level. You see at the very back a long bar that stretches across. Did you want to grab a table and I can go get us our drinks?
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, it'll probably just be, I don't know, what do you like? Do you like ale? Do you like wine? What are we drinking?
An ale's fine. And get something to eat for Reen, please.
What does Reen eat?
Meat.
Meat. Very good. Well, I mean, it's probably, let's see, it's probably about 50 silver for all that. She puts her hand out.
Jak would know what that equates to in gold, right?
Half a gold.
He'll just throw a gold at
5.
her. Or he'll hand her a gold.
5 gold. 50 silver. Yeah.
Okay, he'll hand her 5
Get
gold.
out of here.
Yeah. So you give her what, 5 gold?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll be right back. She skips off with her basket, off towards the bar, just kind of brushing past some people on our way to the bar. Everybody else that's walking down, Henrique and Preen leading you all. You're walking for about 5 minutes now. If you guys want to do anything or anything on the way before you you get to the destination, feel free to speak up.
Do I notice any of the same smells that I smelled in, like the corpse, the smell of the person down the hall that we didn't go towards the east? Do I smell any of that around?
Okay, roll a perception.
As my d20 gets mixed in my other dice. Ooh, that's a 7 plus. You said it in not investigation, right? Insight.
Perception.
Oh, perception.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of those. Oh, that's not bad. 13.
Okay. You do not. You do not smell. You do not smell that at all. As you continue to walk, you see your wolf just kind of disappear off as well.
Wow. There'll be more.
So flipping back in, you guys are kind of. You can see now at a little bit of a distance this massive stone structure reaching from the base to the ceiling with this huge mug hanging on the outside, slowly making your way with Henrik and Preen leading you guys there. Inside, Jak, you kind of look in and you're waiting. You don't see the little lady anywhere. Kind of glancing over towards the bar. You don't see where she's gone.
Out the back door with that 5 gold.
Anyone that has walked by, Jak is going to actually Jak's gonna get up and go to the bar, and he's gonna go try to talk to the person behind it.
All right. So as you kind of start to stand up, you see this sort of younger human boy come over going, "Oh, hello, sir. Can I get you a drink? Do you need something from the bar?"
He's the old lady that drugged me in here, I'm assuming stole my money. So I need to go talk to somebody behind the bar. I need to get some information.
Oh, goodness sake. I don't understand how this happens so often. Sorry, you needed what from the bar?
To talk to the person behind the bar.
Oh, okay.
So the bartender?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. Yes, gin's right over there. He points over towards the bar, over to this kind of big burly orc.
And Jak's gonna make his way up to that burly orc.
All right. So as you walk over, everybody behind now, Preen and Henrik leading you all in. You guys open up now to see massive long room stretching forwards into the sides, lined with multiple tables, lots of people everywhere. It's a very busy place. Everybody in pretty common looking garb. Nobody really, standing out too much, just going about. Some people are eating, some people are drinking, some people are playing cards. And Preen and Henrik kind of just stopped by the doorway. So, we're here, ready to meet Common and explain the whole situation about how our defenses were very inconvenient.
Mastos skips in and excitedly, because he hasn't seen a tavern or this sort of livelihood in 73 years.
Was Mastos like aware of being in stone for 73 years, or so technically he probably hasn't seen a tavern in like a couple days?
That's still too long for Mastos.
Okay.
Mastos
they figured out year-wise, like how long he was frozen.
Yeah, but to him, like his perception of time is
I was not conscious.
Yeah, so he was frozen and then woke up a second later.
Yeah. But
still
a party person.
It's been
I go in frolicking.
Yeah. Skipping, kicking your legs up, tail
I just
swishing.
wanted to know for my own personal, like for
I don't. Yeah.
I just know if there's gonna be some trauma we're gonna have to work through there.
Not there, but maybe elsewhere in my backstory.
So yeah, Henrik and Preen leading you guys in. You guys all just following?
I'm waiting until we get to Carmen.
Okay, yeah. Thoric is following suit, standing at the back but following, kind of looking around. Thoric's kind of, unless you look at Thoric, he's kind of like nodding his head and he's got like a big smile on his face. He's looking pretty happy right now.
Thoric and I am vibing. We got that feeling. We're like, yeah.
He's stroking his beard.
Food and drink. And merriment.
Yeah, you guys can't hear.
As we are walking through, is there any like stage or anything?
Yeah, over on the far left-hand side, halfway down the room, there's a small stage, and there's the bard just kind of playing away.
Okay.
Some background music.
Good
Playing
stuff.
my pan flute to it.
So by this time, you're kind of moving up. Jak, by this time, you just reach the bar, and you see a large half-orc gentleman kind of washing out some glasses. Some mugs.
Excuse me.
What can I get for you?
Do you know of any people that come through here that are well-traveled, been around, know a thing or two, might be useful for information?
Oh, well, there's lots of people come through here, sir. I'm sure you understand. I don't keep track of them all. Lots of people. Can I get you something from the bar?
Yeah, get me an ale, please.
Of course.
And he goes over, pours out, and
Slams it down. 4 copper for you.
He'll just slide over a gold. Keep the
Doesn't
rest.
want to do the math.
Yeah, straight up. Keep the rest, but do you know anything about the Centaurium tournaments? And if they're continuing them, I heard they had canceled them the last few years, but I've heard they still send people out to get picked up for the tournament as if it was still ongoing.
Oh, well, there's been plenty of people from Centaurium coming through, and the guards say that tournaments are still very well in swing.
Well, the guard I spoke to said that they were not in swing. So if you want more coin in your pocket, I would hope your mind becomes more clear.
Ah, my mind's very clear. The guards from Centaurium are adamant that the tournaments are still going on.
Oh, okay. Jak, I thought you meant the guards here, not the Centaurium guards. Okay. Do you know if there's anyone here from Centaurium currently?
Oh,
I'm sure there is. And he just like puts his hand out like that to show like there's probably about 30 people throughout the bar right now.
And Jak's gonna go look at it and go, okay, thank you. And he's gonna swipe his. Hey, actually, he's not even gonna grab his drink. He's just gonna walk away, and he's gonna start tapping people on the shoulder, and basically asking, "Are you from Centaurium? Have you been to Centaurium recently?" And he's gonna go through and ask everybody until he finds somebody.
All right. So as soon as you walk away, you hear him yell behind you, "Thanks for the tip." He takes the gold. As you turn now to go to tap somebody in the shoulder, you see Henrik, Preen, and the group now walking down the inn, about halfway down towards where you are. So you guys now see Jak turning around and facing you all pretty much close to the bar as Preen and Henrik are leading you guys through the inn.
Jak! As I wave.
Jak kind of like sees and does like a slight head nod, and then starts proceeding to bother people at the bar.
As soon as you tap on the shoulder, Preen Henrik pulls off and is like, "It's time now. You must go and explain to Carmen. You can talk to these people later."
Darius said he had it. I'll be fine.
Oh, you're all part of this, I'm sure.
And
we don't need him. I yell back.
Jak just kind of goes back to tapping people on the shoulder.
And you just kind of see and kind of like hunch his shoulders and walk over to join the group again.
Dang, dude's very passive.
So as you guys are walking further towards, you look over to where Henrik and Preen are leading you guys, and you see a larger table that's set into the corner of the room, the top left corner of the room, and there's papers everywhere, and you see this you can only guess to be a tiefling, fully kind of coated in strange armor. Almost looks like leather, but it has a strange shine to it. Horns coming out, but again, kind of coated in some sort of strange black, almost looks like metal. A full face mask, very slender female, just looking and reading through documents as Henrik and Preen approach. They're like, perhaps just hold back for a moment. We'll explain the situation. And kind of just gestures for you guy to hold about 15 feet back from the table.
Make sure you explain it properly.
15 feet.
Of course. So you see them both walk up and start a conversation. You guys want to do anything while they're talking?
Drink, eat, be merry. How far away is the bar from us? Like, is it?
So right now you're only about 20 feet away from the bar. This is kind of set off into the left corner, and the bar pretty much extends about 20 feet from that the whole way down to the end of the room.
I yell for the barkeep. Ale!
Ale, come on up.
You see this huge orc guy looks down, grabs a mug, starts pouring it out.
I bow.
4 copper for you.
Slams it down on the table.
I will give him a gold, shiny gold. Just pop it out of my pouch.
Okay.
And Mastos meat, please.
Any special requests or just what's on the menu?
Dear?
Let's see what I've got. I'll be back in a minute.
You see him turn around, he takes your gold, puts it in his purse, pushes the drink over towards you, and then heads back into the back kitchen. The door kind of like just closed behind him.
Yes. Haven't eaten in like 73 years.
I'm a bit famished.
Yeah. I don't know what was going on, but I do know I woke up really hungry.
Jak, so you tap the first person on the shoulder. It's this table you approach, and it looks like there's a half-elf, a human, and a dwarf. Closest one being the dwarf to you. You tap the dwarf on the shoulder.
What do you want?
Have you been through Centaurium or familiar with the area well?
Well, nobody goes through Centaurium.
Well, what do they do?
Nobody goes there but the guards.
Are there any guards here?
Look around yourself. I'm not your tour guide.
He turns around back to his drink. The other two sitting opposite kind of just chuckle.
Jak's adventure is just so...
Welcome to Jak.
It's just like, are you? Do you?
All right, on to the next.
Have you seen this boy?
Jak's gonna go up to another table and go, have you seen any Centaurium guards here recently? Or what does a Centaurium guard like wear? Or like what does an emblem look like so he can spot it?
Okay, so roll a perception check for sake of expediency.
I like that. 22.
Okay. So you kind of like scan around, seeing for anything that might connect to anything that Dorhan had told you or shown you, or nothing at all. And you don't see any symbols that would indicate somebody from Sorum. You don't see that kind of like that branded C or that cloak that he kind of tried to replicate or anything like that. You do see a group of 3 armored men, pretty well armored men, with some branding kind of on their shoulder, that look kind of uniform, that are kind of set out from the rest. It's not the C that you've seen, that kind of fancy C, but it is some type of branding, and they are armored, look to be together.
That's where he'll go.
Okay, so as you start heading over there, so Henrik and Preen turn to the rest of the group again, and gesture. Okay, Carmen, we'll hear you now. Good luck, everyone. And they both kind of nod to you and walk off. And you all see the this kind of heavily armored tiefling doesn't get up from her seat, kind of just gestures for you to come over.
I immediately like just scoot out front, sit down.
Okay.
Oh, well, I sit down as well.
Okay.
Hello.
I see you helping yourself to a seat already. Very well.
Well,
Are you Carmen?
Indeed. Common Silverhand.
Figured, the seat was the least you could do since your death machine tried to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're starting this conversation very well. May I ask your name?
Darius, nice to meet you.
My name is
Darius.
Atlas. I'm a life-saving systems technician for life-saves. You know what? I'm Atlas.
Yeah. He recently had to really do what he was programmed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Atlas, you're very interesting. Very nice to meet you, Atlas.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too, Carmen.
Yeah, we're waiting for more, yes?
And she kind of gestures over to Mastos that she sees standing at the bar.
Oh no,
Yeah, they don't really need to be here.
Ah,
I don't
so,
talk well.
so you're representative of the entire group then?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We're the ATLADS, and I'm Atlas, their leader.
I
Ah,
was
This is
just
my
gonna
right-hand
wave
man,
back.
Darius.
very well. Atlas, please proceed with explaining what happened with the destruction of one of our safety defensive devices.
I hope you have good charisma.
Of course. Let my right-hand man explain the situation.
But you're
Very
right.
well.
The floor is yours.
You're right. We did get off on the wrong foot, and I'm sorry. The more I've been thinking about this on the way down here, the more irritating it has been, and not necessarily because of your robot, but because of how we were accused of the destruction of your property. Now, let me ask you something. And I'm not doing it, so he puts his hands up. But if I were to attack you right now, what would happen?
You would probably die.
So then would Atlas be able to say that you destroyed his property because you killed me?
If you come into my home and attack me, then I'm definitely well within my rights. to do
There
it.
were no markers indicating that cave was your home. We were simply exploring, looking to get our friend to his home, and we saw a strange device that we have never seen. We went to investigate what it was, and it attacked, simply just saying password. It didn't tell us to leave or give a password. It just said password. We had passwords from previous experiences that we tried to use. Obviously, these were not the correct password, and it attacked us. It, again, didn't try to make us leave. It tried to kill us. So we
Didn't even
defended
indicate what
ourselves.
the password was for.
Yeah,
Just kept
literally.
saying password.
It didn't even tell us we were trespassing. It just said password.
Roll a persuasion check.
I mean,
I can do cast.
It's
guidance
not even
on this.
necessary. That's a 25.
Well, I'm still doing it anyways.
Yeah, what if it's
You
a
don't
26?
know it's not necessary. You don't know what the DC is for this.
Now it's a 28. You fail.
30.
If you don't mind me asking, where are you? Darius, you said it was?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you hail from, Darius?
What's my island's name?
It doesn't
Do
have a
they-
specific.
There is no names?
But no.
No. Okay. I don't even know how to explain it. Man, our whole story is really messed up, and I'm happy to tell you if you want to hear it. But just for sake of brevity, I am from one of the 4 islands that are supposed to take part in the Centaurium tournament.
But she tweaks her head a little bit.
And same thing, I like open the vest so that it just highlights the key in my chest.
She can nod your head a little bit. Okay, very well. You can cover that up.
Can I insight check her on that response, or basically to him saying 4 islands? Do I pick up on her like kind of altered, like shift in reaction, basically?
Yeah, you can roll insight. Yep.
Basically want to know if that was like surprising for her to hear that there's 4 islands or something like that. 5, 10, 15, 13 plus, where's my shit? 4, so 17.
17. Okay. Yeah. So you picked up very much a surprising, the way she kind of like tweaked in her shoulders, kind of shrugged a little bit. Very surprised to hear him say only 4 islands for entry to the tournament.
Okay.
She legitimately looked a little bit shocked at that.
Confused or shocked?
Confused.
A
Yes.
little bit. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so.
Are you familiar with the tournament?
Yes, I'm somewhat familiar. It's not something that we indulge in or have really. We don't have much dealings with Centaurium. So, however, from your explanation, if you are truly from the islands, then you would not have knowledge, perhaps, of the type of defense systems that we have in place. This is not a hidden city by any means. It is a well-known city, and I find it.
I've never heard of it, but in my or your defense, I hadn't heard of anything other than Centaurium and my island. I knew of the other 3 islands, which I'm learning now aren't the only islands out there, but I didn't. That's all I knew of the world, and that this trip has been, I would say, mind-opening, but it's like that would be like a dynamite inside of a pocket.
It's understandable if you're coming across all of these things and you just came from somewhere with a bunch of trees. Well, the thing is, Darius, that whether you seem it was your fault or not, that has to be replaced, and the funds have to come from somewhere, or if you have the abilities perhaps to repair, this could be overlooked. There's certainly no type of physical punishment or anything like that. We're not barbarians, but we do need that repaired. That was specifically put there for a reason.
You see Darius pondering. Alice, I have an idea.
As long as it pays for our repairs, I'm happy to hear it.
That's something we can negotiate after. What if
Very
we
well.
sent them to Felix? He could definitely fix that thing easily. And he's not far from here.
Sure.
Okay, listen. None of us are engineers or tinkerers or artificers or anything really that works with robots or automatons. Sorry, Atlas. But we do know someone that might be able to help you.
Oh, well, we have people that can fix it, but the parts to replace it are going to cost money.
Yeah, well, what about the cost of our equipment that was damaged?
And she kind of tilts her head. Really?
Yes.
Yes. Really?
I think you have to consider this.
Tilt.
I understand what you're
Even
saying,
deeper.
Yeah.
but I mean, if you want, from what I've been told by your people, that machine was designed specifically for kobolds. What happens if a human being walks through there and that thing attacks them? Any person could end up getting killed by that thing.
You
Are
know
you
what
guys
happens? We know what happens because it happened to us.
Well, a few things. The automated defense is set for kobolds, so it will not attack unless a kobold is nearby or if somebody tries to tamper with the machine. And even if it does, we set a password so that somebody could say it and deactivate it. It's very simple.
Can you define tamper? Because all I did was touch it. I didn't try to get inside of it.
Well, yes. It can't detect whether you're trying to stroke it, pet it, or tamper with it. It's all...
It can't detect if I'm human either? Or half-elf?
Yes.
So why would it not scan me and be like, okay, you're not a kobold, I'm not going to kill you?
Could be part of an invading party coming through. It doesn't know. It's very simple defense. This is... All I want you to do is provide either the money for the repair costs, or get the parts and repair it yourself somehow, or just contribute to at least repairing some of this.
Well, I don't have any money. Again, we got sent to a tournament. All of my wealth was left behind on my island in the event that I wouldn't return.
Okay. So, if I'm to understand, how long have you all been here from your islands?
Are you going to say it, A.T.L.A.S?
Oh, it's 11,537 minutes.
Oh, 8 days. Okay. So...
Just over.
Darius is just like, wow. I want to look her over. Is she part automaton in any way?
So, roll a perception check.
15.
15. Okay. So you really can't see any exposed skin, other than some reddish hair that's coming kind of down the back, kind of in almost not pigtails, but kind of like short and tied together down over the shoulders. You can't see any other type of parts of her body.
Oh, she looks badass though.
So if okay, let's rewind a moment here. We might be able to help each other.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: if you've only been here for 8 days, what exactly is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish?
Trying to reach Centauriums to enter the tournament.
Yep.
Okay.
We met our friend Thoric here, and we were just helping him find his home on the way.
That's me. Just wave it.
That's him.
There. I'm from Yorick.
He's from Yorick.
Yep. He's Thoric from Yorick.
Well, then, that's easy to help with. I could we could help with that. That shouldn't be a problem. That's not too
we
far
don't
away.
need help with that. That's fine. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I still have my head tilted, like in that. Yeah.
Well, if it's okay, if you could, I'm trying to word this in such a way that is amicable. If you could help fix the issue, whether it be half our issue, half your issue, whatever the case may be, then I could help or not help get this man to Yorick. Whether you need help or not, that would be easy for us to help with. Then we perhaps can help you get some of the way towards Centaurium, or perhaps some information for you.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Continue.
Well, there's many things you could help with. There's work to be done. We could put you to work. You could do some hunting for us. You could help the local people for some income, anything. I have to assess. Henrik's going to show me the damage done, and I have to assess what that's going to cost before I can really say exactly what's needed.
Why don't we start with that first, and we will assess the damage done, and we can meet again and share our assessments?
Might I also
Allie a
recommend?
total
I think he's talking about his
retribution.
own assessment on the damage he took.
Atlas is. He's talking about he wants compensation for us. But might I also recommend putting some signs up in the cave, just stating, no trespassing, private property, or something.
Password
you know-
cannot be killed required.
Yeah, add that into the machine. If it scans the target and it's not a kobold, have it also say password or go away.
Mm-hmm.
Give that option. We didn't think we had that option.
And like maybe a little asterisk next to that with a little subline saying that if in defense you destroy our defense
It's a simple
system,
machine.
you
It's a
may
simple
have to
machine.
pay reparations.
And I start to cover.
You will
his,
be
like-
held liable for any damages that you're cured.
I'll put a sign in the quote that I put together. How about that?
Wonderful, and we will put our consultation recommendation fee in our quote. Thank you.
I don't think we should have to pay for the sign. I really think it's going to save you money in the future.
Jesus Christ. This is great.
I don't think you quite understand the situation you're in. You're being quite blasé about it. And I think I've been quite generous up until now, but I have a lot of work to do, and this is very small in the scale of what I have to take care of. So I suggest perhaps
I suggest
Step away
and
for
I'm
now.
going to cast suggestion at
hold on,
level
hold
3.
on. Do I have my meat yet?
Doesn't matter. I'm go away.
as you're trying to sneakily, I'm assuming, cast the spell.
Well, suggestion isn't. It's just it goes when I say whatever I say.
It doesn't have any type of semantic, like hand movements or anything.
Where is it? Suggestion.
So as he's figuring that out, yeah, so the door comes, swings open. You see the half-orc coming. There you go, laddie. Slaps down this big honking, steaming piece of meat, and thanks for the tip. Looks like a leg of a deer. Steaming, crispy skin on the outside.
Grab it right away. Sink my teeth into it.
So it
Say,
has.
and skip back to the table where Carmen and Darius and Atlas are.
Awesome.
The spoken aspect is the suggestion that I do, and then
Okay.
there's materials involved.
Sure. So what are you suggesting?
That she takes the offer that we've given her, and that we finish this conversation.
Okay. There was an offer? I didn't actually hear an offer.
Atlas said, "You go and work out your costs, and we're going to work out our costs, and then we can come and
Negotiate.
Yes, absolutely. Let's reconvene, say, here tomorrow at noon.
Let's reconvene at 1 tomorrow.
Why are you being so combative? What has happened to you?
Atlas is so weird today. I don't know. Like outside a game, he's just being very bizarre.
He got really mad when that automaton attacked us.
No,
How
he's-
dare you be
he's
anything like me?
evolving. He's becoming more protective.
Scar.
Yeah. Ah, he busts out.
Surprise!
Was me all along.
Who's getting fucked tonight?
All right.
Not this one too.
If you need to reach me before then, you can most likely find me here.
That's good.
Wonderful. Well,
If
the pleasure was ours. We will be on our way to tally our total damages. Might
Darius
take all
stands
night.
up. Darius stands up and he goes, "Indeed, the pleasure was yours. Have a good day." And he walks away.
My fucking companions. Jesus Christ.
Also-
she turned. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna. She turns to Mastos and says, "And you might be your name."
Hold on. I got something for this.
Pull the sword out.
Ah, this group is quite interesting. Enjoy your food and see you tomorrow.
We see you first.
And I just look at her and I go like this.
She just stares at you, doesn't even move her head, just get her kind of head tilt, just the glowing red that's within her mask just staring at you.
I just like I tilt in like closer to her, like.
How am I doing? Do I seem intimidating? Do I seem like a leader?
And she gets very, very close to the side of your head. You're doing excellent.
Oh, wonderful. I'm really trying to lead these people with, strength and determination. Sometimes I just falter, but you seem like you know a lot about leading and being strong. Maybe I can learn from you sometime.
You're more than welcome to stay by and watch anytime I'm doing anything. That's not a problem.
Wonderful. I might do that. But, and that's the way it's gonna be.
Very well.
Like, turn and look around.
And you remember we're the ATLADS, and we don't take we don't.
What do I say?
What do I say here? Give me something good.
We don't take no. I got nothing.
We don't take no.
Good one. Good
All
one.
right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay.
And I just scurry off.
Okay. To scurry off. Mastos still got his mouth full of food. So Jak, you've seen this kind of going on in the corner to your right. The people, with the kind of the armored with the inscriptions on the shoulder. They're a little bit to the south of where this conversation was happening. If you want, are you heading over there?
Yep. Straight there.
Okay, perfect. You go over. It looks like a female, 3 humans, 1 female, 2 males, sitting opposite, just having some ale, chit-chatting.
Jack's gonna walk over to the table. He's gonna toss lightly 2 gold coins on there to get their attention.
Okay. They all 3 of them kind of like sit back for a second and kind of glance up towards you.
Looking for information. Everybody here has not been extremely helpful. Do you know anything about Centaurium and guards? You're the only ones that look like you're put together.
Well, most people in the world know about Centaurium. What is it you need to know?
I volunteered to go out for the Centaurium tournament. Promise of riches and glory to help stabilize the island I'm from. On the way in, the people that run this place said that they haven't been doing it for a while. And apparently the Centaurium guards that pass through here still are adamant that it's going on, and I want to know if it's still going on, or I need to find somebody that knows that answer. Because if I got sent here with nothing going on, I'm going to be a little distraught. So I'm just trying to get clarification.
Very well. He picks up the 2 gold and kind of gestures for you to take it back. From our run-ins with the many Centaurium gods, this is something that is ongoing and continuous, this ridiculous tournament that they have.
Do you know anything about what it consists of besides the taking of people every year? Have you ever heard of a victor? Has anything come to fruition from one of these tournaments, or is it all just tall tale?
I'm aware of 2 winners of the tournament on A.T.L.A.S anyway. I couldn't speak to other areas, of course, but yeah, those 2 known winners to my knowledge anyway. I'm no expert.
How long ago did they win?
Maybe a decade ago, I guess. I'm not too sure.
I forgot. I'll be right back.
Do you ever see people passing through that said they're part of the tournament, or is it unusual to find somebody that says they're part of the tournament?
Well, look. What I know of the tournament, it's straight from the islands to the city. Do the tournament, you win, you lose. I don't think you get to wander around, unless you win, of course. And there's been 2 winners, and they have, what I understand, beautiful mansions wherever they wandered across A.T.L.A.S.
Well, hopefully I can still participate once I get there.
You're a participant?
Unfortunately, they've been coming every year, and I was one of the few that helped maintain the island for supplies. We're not as high tech as half the people that walk around here. And so I went out because everyone said I would be the one to get it done. And we shipwrecked in Vamorian City, and then it was Lord Vamoria was trying to kill us the whole time, so we had to kill him. And now we're on our way to Centaurium, hopefully.
Well, it's quite a story. So you must be quite a warrior then, yes?
I'm not going to be boastful about anything, but Jack's going to look down at Reen. We're still alive, so...
Well, if you're ever looking for work, look up the Dawnbreakers.
Dawnbreakers. What do you guys do?
Well, we're people that perhaps don't see Centaurium to be the best rulers of the land, and we travel around and we just help maintain balance between the people and the governing body that is Centaurium, and we just maintain balance.
I'm about to ask another question, but I need to read the notes real quick. How far west do you guys travel?
Oh, we're all over A.T.L.A.S.
And joining you guys would be or helping you guys might give me the opportunity to travel?
Well, you would have to apply and go through a screening process, but yeah, A.T.L.A.S is a fairly open area. Not many places restricted.
Gotcha. Okay, well, your conversation has been more reassuring than others, so... And because you said he gave back the 2 gold. He's gonna set 1 gold down and get you guys more drinks, and I appreciate the information.
Blessings.
And
they all kind of nod at you.
And Jack will give a respectful bow, and then in this time frame, has the group kind of gone away from the corner of where this leader lady is, because Jack is now going to go approach this lady.
Yeah, this would be about the time where A.T.L.A.S has kind of left, and she just finished a conversation with Mastos.
All right. Jack is going to kind of wait for them to get distance from them, and then he's going to make his way over to her.
Traitor. Sneaky.
Okay. So as you walk over, we'll just take 5. We can have a quick break, and then we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Copy.
Roger, roger.
All right, welcome back. So, as we left off, Jak, you were approaching Carmen as she was kind of finishing up with the conversation with the other guys. Your approach is kind of just making some notes and just looks up.
Jak is going to stand, like, you know, in front of... She's at a desk, right?
Yeah, it's basically... It's a large table that looks like all of the other tables, but this is larger and is obviously being kind of set aside for her in the corner to do whatever she wants to do.
Gotcha. Jak is going to approach and wait until she, like, addresses him, because he's not going to interrupt her.
Yeah, she kind of just finishes the pen, sets it down, and just kind of sits back, kind of hands crossed, gestures for you to sit down.
Jak will sit down, and Reen will come up and sit, like, right next to him, kind of rest her head on his knee.
And you are?
Jak. And who do I have the pleasure with speaking with?
It's the pleasure of speaking with Carmen.
Carmen.
Yes.
You are who we were supposed to talk to.
Indeed. I did speak to the leader of your group. I don't know if he informed you of everything yet. A.T.L.A.S of the ATLADS?
I would say leader is far-fetched for him, but I'm sure you had a pleasant conversation if you talked to him and Darius and the man that speaks backwards.
Pleasant wasn't what I would call it. It was a little bit troublesome, to be honest with you. I just wanted to hear their side, and they got quite aggressive about the whole situation.
Well, if it involves talking to anybody in the group, it's always going to be problematic. Regardless, I destroyed your property. The gentleman that brought us here said we had to talk to you about it and fix it, pay it. I don't know what you want. So do you want us to fix it? Do you want me to pay you for it? I'm not going to lie, I don't have a lot of money, but I understand keeping your home safe, and you have the means to do it. We are a very nosy group of people. So I saw a off-the-beaten-path area we went through. They saw something shiny, touched it. It asked for a password. We didn't give it to us. We didn't give it to them. The light went from, I forget, blue, yellow to red or orange, and then proceeded to attack. And from there, I don't really think much. I just act, and I got on top of it and let loose a few arrows until it stopped moving. So,
roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, 16, and I'm pretty sure I don't get anything for persuasion. No, I get a +2, so 18.
Okay. So she kind of leans forward a little bit. Says, to be frank with you, I was mostly hoping for just an apology, but that didn't happen. But you seem to have a little bit more grasp on the situation, and I appreciate you being forthright with the information and kind of acknowledging the fact that nothing we did was on purpose, of course. And I do appreciate the explanation of the encounter, because it does seem like the warning signals that we had in place, the different light changes in the colors, the repeated requests for password, it seemed to be functioning correctly. So I'm glad about that. That means nobody else has been hurt by mistake. But yeah, perhaps I'm just going to assess. We're going to see the damage that's done. I have, from my understanding, you all have a goal to get to the tournament at Centaurium is the end goal, from what I understand. Is that correct?
Well, that's why I'm here now. On the way in, your lackeys or workers or whatever you call them said that the Centaurium tournament hasn't taken place in several years, and I'm here to benefit my island. And hearing this is upsetting that it's not active anymore. So I feel tricked, and So I was asking around, trying to get any kind of information on that. So in lieu of what's happened, I am here to give you the apology you deserve, and the only thing I would ask in return is information. So I am sorry for how it turned out, and I apologize for whatever you had to deal with speaking to the rest of them. I can't say I'm perfect, but I've been with him long enough to know that we don't get everything done, or we can't get anything done without it taking a long time or being difficult. And I'm not saying I'm excluded from that. I have my moments, especially right now.
Well, I appreciate you being so forthright. If the end goal for you all is to get to Centaurium, what I understand, you all don't have really any knowledge of A.T.L.A.S whatsoever.
What's
and
that?
That's the part of the mainland that you're on.
A.T.L.A.S?
Yes.
Okay.
And journeying to Centaurium it would be a treacherous journey from here to there. And although you dispatched of the sentry quite easily, I can't imagine an easy journey from here to Centaurium. It might be best to, experience the world a little bit more, get a little bit more strength together. And perhaps you can do that here.
Well, not to sound boastful, but is Centaurium worse than the Bloodweaver Memoria was?
Well, I can't speak for Centaurium City itself. I've never been inside. I just know that the journey from here to where you would have to go to Centaurium would be quite long and difficult.
So we're quite a ways away from Centaurium.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Tell me this. What is the outlook of Centaurium, or how are they looked upon? Is it bad? Is it good? I was talking to the Dawnbreakers. They were saying they're trying to fix things, and like I don't know anything about the world.
Roll a persuasion again.
Is that a 6 or a 9? That's a 6. So 8.
8. Okay. She kind of leans back in her chair a little bit, looks over kind of at the barkeep, and she just see her wave her finger a couple of times, beckoning something over. Well, I mean, everybody has their opinion on different things. I'm sure you can understand. There's, like possibly you're from the island that you're on. There's different people, different beliefs, different understandings of how things work and how they should work. Centaurium has always been, as far as I can remember, or since the Cataclysm anyway, has been helping guide or govern the mainland. And some people see it as control, some people see it as safety, and some people just want to distance themselves from it. We don't judge what people believe or what they think is right here. Everybody is welcome to be themselves. The Dawnbreakers are known to be a neutral group, if you will, just wanting to help people. So they are more of a neutral group, but there are obviously other groups that exist within the world that have their own opinions. Yeah.
So you're indifferent about them. You really have no say.
My main concern is what happens here in the city. You know,
Sensible.
Since we've held this place, we've tried to make it not just a place for us as Nolja to evolve, but for a place for other people of all kinds to, live without judgment or anything like that.
Okay. Well, I'll behave the best I can. I've settled down, I believe. I need to go find an old lady that took money from me.
She tilts her head a little bit. You've been stolen from?
I was trying to find information and people to speak with, and some older gnome took my arm and led me here and said she was going to go get food and drink while I ask around, and I've yet to see her again, so I can only assume I lost the 5 gold I handed off to her.
Did she happen to say her name by any chance?
I forget. Luke forgets.
She didn't say her name.
Okay. No, she did not. But she was carrying a basket around with fresh food in it.
And she starts flicking through some papers. Like, well, if you are going to stick around, there's been multiple reports of stolen gold, specifically. If you wanted to look into it, you're more than welcome to. It's not exactly on my top priority list. There's a gold here and there. Is not, the most danger to the city or anything. But if you wanted to look into it, that'd be most graceful.
I will attempt to keep it clean and not to make a big mess. But if I find her again, and Jack's gonna hold up his left hand. I'll restrain her until a guard can get her.
Restraining? That's what we're looking for. Okay, I tell you what. How about this? How about I make sure that Jin here takes care of your rooms for tonight at least, as a thank you for looking into this for me. And here, and she hands you a piece of paper with a couple of names on it. These are some people that did report some gold stolen. You can look into it, not look into it, totally up to you. It would just be nice to get some of these people off my back.
Okay. And Jack will stand up and take the paper from her. I'm gonna go catch up with them, and I guess I'll get looking into this. I'll report back if I hear anything.
Very well, and just talk to Jin when you want your rooms.
Understood. And Jack's gonna turn around, and as he turns around, he's gonna go, so I see your workers, and looking at you, do you all find it necessary to enhance yourselves or wear that much metal on you?
Are you not aware of the Nolgia?
Of the what?
Nolgia.
What is that?
She kind of chuckles a little bit. Nolgia is a deity that we believe a cataclysm happened as, we'll say, an awakening. That the world was becoming too dependent on magic. And we believe that this deity is guiding us to be able to evolve, to make use of what's given to us without relying on the magic of gods. So, yes, most of us throughout our path are trying to evolve as far as we can to not rely on the magics throughout the world.
So would these fall under it? And he's gonna flex his arms up, and his his crossbow's gonna flex out for a second, and then his grappling hook will kind of just be there.
And she kind of smiles, and then she tweaks her right shoulder a little, and you see the metal split, and you see a small barrel just poke out, and she's like, "It's a good start." And she flicks her shoulder, and then the barrel goes back in her shoulder.
Is there any more barrels from anywhere else?
She's got a big one between her legs.
Is she a fembot?
Well, this will probably be the extent of my evolution. So.
And that's okay.
All right. I appreciate the information, and he'll just start walking off as Reen follows.
All right. So as you guys are kind of moving out, and he's been having this conversation, you guys are taking in the inn. Thoric has hung back and is now having a conversation between him and Carmen. What do you guys want to do? You guys are about 30 feet away from Jak and having this conversation. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going straight to the stage. I'm gonna have a playoff with the bard that's on stage.
Okay.
Appropriate.
Dueling
All right.
banjos.
All right, you run up to the stage. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna sit at a table and watch,
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna ritual cast detect magic again. Just keep it up.
Okay.
'Cause I've been trying to do it. And
I just want to do it.
I want to freeze spell.
As you sit down and kind of like get yourself situated in a chair, Atlas, you sit down and you almost can't put yourself fully down. You feel like you're kind of like pushed up a little bit. Like you feel like you just can't compress as much as you normally would for some reason.
So I'd like to turn around and look at the seat below me. Am I sitting on something?
No, looks like a normal seat.
Is your hatch open?
Yeah, I'll check my hatch.
You look back there. Hatch seems closed.
What the hell?
Mastos, what are you doing? I don't know if I have you muted or you have yourself muted.
I have mine muted.
Okay.
Yeah. Up here. I would like to. I don't know if I can use it like this. So I have something called Feywild Connection, and one of the portions of it allows Fey creatures to be inclined to help me more so than anything. I wanted to just take a look around the bar while obviously listening to the awesome jam session on stage. Thanks, Darius. That while eating my meat, also very important.
Sorry, while eating?
Eating, not beating, eating. And I want to roll to see if I see any almost down-to-earth hippie style druids that I might see, or I know there's a lot of automaton type cyborgs people here, but I literally in my notes I wrote Cyborg City. I just want to see if I can see or feel a connection to anyone here.
Okay, roll a perception.
That's not a D20. That's also not
D&D Tinder.
Ooh, 18 plus 6 for perception, so 24.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of look around while you're kind of tapping your foot, wagging your tail. You don't see anything that would jump out at you from your previous knowledge of like the culture that you grew up in within having druids that really jump out to for sure be a druid. There's no sign of alarm bells going off or any senses specifically that are tingling that there's a druid specifically nearby.
Then Mastos just grooves to the music.
So, Jak, where are you heading after you finish your discussion?
Jak is going to maybe see Atlas sitting at a table.
Yeah, easy enough. He's not trying to hide.
Right?
Okay. Jak's going to go to him first and pass on a few bits of information, and then he's going to go outside and start looking for that lady.
What bits of information are you passing off?
He's going to go up to Atlas and go, our rooms for the night are free. We need to check in with the person behind the bar to get our rooms. And I'm going to go look for somebody who's stealing money. And I guess he would offer for Atlas to come with him if he wanted to.
Okay.
Are you gonna stay?
I'll.
He's gonna stop that ritual cast.
No, I'm gonna keep. I'm ignoring him. I'm fucking doing it. Yeah.
So as you come
I'm
over,
zoned in.
yeah. Does he get a little head twitch while you're still focused in, just to kind of acknowledge he spoke and then back again, but you're still doing?
No,
your thing?
literally it's just gonna be like I'm just gonna put my hand up like, and then just keep going.
Just
All right.
shut up.
Yeah. No audible. Just,
All right. So you say all of these things to him. He just has his hand up the entire time.
And then Jackson
High five it.
Okay. And then he's gonna walk out outside. Well, he's gonna do one last peruse of the building to see if he can spot that lady, and if he doesn't see her, then he's making his way out.
Okay. Roll a perception. And Mastos, were you grabbing a seat? Or are you just kind of dancing?
Yeah, I wanted to see if I notice Atlas's hand hanging high.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't leave a hand hanging high, so I just come right over with my greasy meat hand and just.
That's hot.
I'm just like not even face. I'm just still doing my thing.
Natural 20, making it a 25.
Okay. So as you're kind of scanning the room, you see to the corner of your eye, you see Mastos about 20 feet away go down on his hunkers and just leaps forwards and just smack high fives. Atlas lands down, just hopping and jigging as he lands. As you scan the room, you are very confident that the small gnomish old lady is no longer here.
Okay. And Jack is going to go out, and he's going to try to wrap all the way around to see if he can go back to like where he ran into the lady, but he doesn't want to just like walk the way they came.
Okay. Yeah, go out and zigzag around kind of thing. All right, so you head towards the entrance, or the exit entrance. As Darius, you now kind of reach the platform, and you see this slender elf. He's wearing these green long robes, very delicately kind of the edges of it coming in almost like an arrow shape down his chest, flowing down onto the ground. Although it looks elegant, it's pretty dirty. It's pretty ragged on the edges, but he's presenting himself very well. He's got a high brim hat pointing out a curl along the outside, and he's just gently strumming the lyre, just side to side, a nice gentle tune playing.
Hello, friend. What do you say we liven this place up a little? And I pull out my lute.
Ah, a duet. Of course, my friend. Step up.
I was thinking more of a duel.
A duel? Oh my. Let me just finish this up, shall I? He just does a little strum and a little crescendo, and he has a looks around, waiting for applause, nobody paying attention. He kind of just backs up a little bit.
Just Mastos in the background.
So Darius gets up on stage and he actually calls out. He's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, that was boring, wasn't it? I want to show this man how it's done. Who wants to hear me put this man down?"
And you see this little small girl sitting on a chair, kind of kicking her feet. Like, I do.
Yeah, you do. All right. So, and then he's gonna just gently start, and it's like, basically, like imagine like start like the dueling banjos. He's gonna like ding 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 ding.
Okay. So he kind of like mimics what you're doing very lightly. So yours is playing over his, and roll a performance.
24.
I was hoping that was going to be that.
Okay. So he plays a little bit more to try to match your tempo, but he just can't quite click into you as you pick up your pace a little bit. Okay, what's your next part of your song?
So I'm gonna start to like pick up and get a little bit heavier, like almost like we're gonna shift into more like rock type sound now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna like just kind of start like a little like as I play that, it's gonna be like
It's a whole different instrument, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I have magic.
Okay, roll a performance.
Okay, 24 again.
Okay. All right. So as you break into this, and it's brow furrows a little bit, and then you can see him almost like dig in a little bit into the stage, and he trying to pull back, and he just kind of like bead of sweat coming down as he starts to strum away and look around at the audience. And you can now see the table around where the little girl was. They turning their heads, and a couple of more people scattered are actually starting to look over in your direction now.
All right, now I'm gonna like master of puppets it, like just like full on fast strumming, like and just go like right into it.
Okay, real performance.
Big minor wings. Yeah, 21.
All right, natural 20.
Ooh.
All right, so as you break into it, this guy rubs his head, and he kind of like he goes up beside you and turns his back to kind of your back. Just kind of nods his head and just starts like matching you, and you guys are both just jamming out. Now the little girl's just jumping up and down. A couple of tables are kind of like backing their head and smacking their mugs on the table. Ah!
All right, so then I'm just gonna do one more. Like we're gonna basically this is gonna be the big one. So it's just like even bigger, even more performance. I'm gonna like shake my hair out and start like headbanging while I'm playing.
All right, go ahead and roll performance.
Oh no!
11.
12.
you rolled an 11 plus 2, so 13. All right, so seeing you do this, he pulls off his brim hat and he flings it out into the crowd, and you see these golden locks now unfurl and unravel down to about halfway down his back, and he starts whipping his head in a circle, and you see this going around and around and around.
Hit me in the face. I'm like, bro.
As you guys kind of come to this crescendo and finish off and turn at each other and just, and you see all that.
Put my arms out and I take his arm and I like hold it up, and then we both bow.
Yeah, he gestures, bows towards you. Excellently played, my friend. Anytime you want to join in, I'm here for you. And he reaches out for a hug.
Yeah, I'll hug him back. Why not?
An over exuberant, excited hug from the stranger.
And I will go down and sit with A.T.L.A.S.
Okay, as you go down, you see, everybody, please a round of applause for
Darius Silverstrum, everyone. I'm here all night.
Darius Silverstrum. He will not be here all night. I will, and tips are down there. And he bows. All right, perfect. So, Jak, did you stop when you started hearing the playing, or did you continue outside because it started playing as you were going to the door?
Jak's getting out there.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Unamused. If it's not a flute, he don't care.
All right, so you've got about 8 minutes of walking time as Atlas completes his ritual.
Yay!
So roll a perception while you're out there.
I rolled a natural 1, so I have a total of 6.
6, okay. So yeah, as you're walking around, you can't see what you're used to. This is so far removed from that. Like, you immediately start looking down for footprints, how you can track her, smells, something she's dropped. You're looking for all the indications you would do when you're normally hunting something, and nothing is working. There is footprints everywhere. The smells are mixed. Like, there's just stuff everywhere. You're so out of your element that you can't track her. You don't see signs of her. There's just so many people everywhere, and you just get this welding build of frustration. That's something that you excel at, you cannot do in this situation. So you've made your way kind of to the stairs and kind of looped back around and taken that 10 minutes to scour the area on this level, and no luck.
Jak is going to go back up the stairs.
Okay.
And he's going to wait. He's going to wait 10 to 20 minutes. And
okay.
As long as he's out of sight from down there.
All right. So as you get to the top of the stairs, you see 2 of the Nolgia guards kind of posted there. You kind of just nod over, acknowledge that you're there, just to kind of keep an eye on what you're doing, but they don't approach.
Gotcha. Jak's gonna look at him and go, I'm investigating the missing gold, people getting gold stolen. I was a victim of it a moment ago, and I talked to Carmen, and just gonna be waiting here for a minute to see if that lady is down there.
Yeah, let us know if you need a hand. We gotta bring these people to justice, you know. Can't be doing this stuff in our city. Good. Keep it up.
And he'll just kind of go back to doing nothing. He'll pet Reen a little bit and
all right, chill on the stairs.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, Alice, as you complete this ritual of detect magic, you kind of cover your eyes for a second, because as you turn around, there's so many people within here that have some type of magic items on them. It's really hard to kind of hone in. There's just so much within here.
Anything that stands out?
Not really. You glance over at Carmen, and you can see like up her arms. You see bright glows from it. You see she's almost fully lit up. Her mask fully lit up. The center point's even brighter. From what you can see of her, she is fully decked out in some sort of magic items.
Okay.
But yeah, generally, the workers, you see kind of the barkeep, you see a couple of the guys running around, little bus boys running around, cleaning up and stuff. Nothing seems extra special there. It just seems to be kind of the patrons, a scattering of magical lights.
Okay.
All right, what do you guys wish to do? Jack sitting at the top of the stairs, you guys in the inn.
Atlas?
Yeah.
What are we doing next, fearless leader?
Funny you should ask. I was going to put it out to the team and see what they thought, and take a general consensus, and then make a decision from there.
You.
He's changing.
He does that as his other character too when he says he's the leader. What time is it?
So you're about 2 p.m. right now?
Oh, okay. Okay,
Let's
well,
go shopping.
do you have money? Oh, wait, you can make money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hell yeah, let's go. We can buy whatever we want. We can literally get anything. Like, you can make an endless supply of gold. I am saying this quietly, by the way. I'm not, like, yelling it out to the whole tavern.
Okay. Noted.
Well, we have to, within reason, because as economies work, the more influx of free money, the more the economy suffers.
Out of game, do you really care about this town's economy? I'm just saying.
I mean, in-game Darius doesn't give a shit. He didn't even know this town existed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, are we gonna be back here? You might be. I don't know.
We don't want to be too liberal with our spending.
I disagree wholeheartedly. Did you see me have that crowd? If we really need to make more money, which we don't, because you can make it endlessly.
Okay, Darius. You gotta stop saying that.
Why?
Because can't explain it to you right now, but I can no longer make money on command.
And Darius's face, just like there was excitement and life, and he was just like, "Yeah, let's go!" And now he's just like, "What?"
Yeah, I don't know. Something happened when the hatch blew open, and I got few. You know what? I don't know. I'm figuring it out right now. But I have a little bit of money. We can go shopping. We'll buy you something pretty.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Daddy.
I prefer Papa. Papa Addy.
You'll get what I say, okay? Let's go. Also, I do need everyone together at some point.
I'm right beside you two.
Yeah, but Jack isn't here. And
High five,
I need to discuss something with the group. So at some point, we should, collect in a room so we can have a discussion. No, I need to do that too. I do need a good night's sleep, but not right this second. There's just stuff I have to talk about. That involves you, apparently. you Mr. Goat Man.
Is this in person?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Mastos.
Just
Like
making
all
sure.
of this is Darius speaking.
Okay.
Okay,
No, I
well,
don't have a voice. I'm sorry.
let's go get you something to wear, and then you
Jack
can
left.
get everyone together and
And I point at Jak left. Or leaving. Lefting. Point at Jak leaving.
Jack, stop lefting. You should be writing. Let's go.
As a left-handed person, I would not make Jak right.
As
As a
listen,
right-handed
it is a
person.
right-handed world. You need to adapt.
So Mastos
okay,
pointing
so
out.
shall we?
My cheeks are from laughing.
Uh,
I'm gonna go back over to Carmen.
Okay. So as you walk back over, you see now Thoric kind of like shuffling himself out of the bench where the seats were and walking back over towards the group. Oh,
Like,
Alice.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Are we leaving? What's the plan?
oh, Thor, we're going shopping.
Shopping? Oh, somebody's big with our money, are they?
Nope.
Oh,
We're gonna go shopping anyway, so maybe bring your big sword or axe.
Mastos has lots of shinies.
oh, okay.
And he starts looking in his pouch because he realized he hasn't looked to see if he even has any money.
Do you have any money, Thor?
I'm just checking. Right.
Right.
I do. I got some gold in here. Oh, I got some gold in here.
Shouted out.
Okay, you hold on to that.
All right.
He grabs it and he's holding on tight.
And I gotta head over to Carmen.
Okay. Yeah, she sees you coming over, puts her quill down. Atlas, how can I help you?
Good evening, Carmen. Just a quick question for you.
Yes.
We are tallying our repairs and everything, like as we discussed, and we wanted to partake in some vendor inspections. Basically, we want to get some evaluations on some items, and basically, do you have any good shops around here that have some pretty stuff?
Oh, there's a tremendous amount of shops here. Specifically, what kind of shop are you looking for? I'm assuming you're looking to try and sell some items to get some gold to contribute towards the repairs.
Oh, no. We would like to... Yes, that's what we're doing.
Well, there's blacksmiths, there's adventurer stores, there's all kinds. What kind of things do you need assessed, or what stores would you need access to?
Oh, something with magic items would be cool. Something with fancy clothes. We have an abundance of fancy clothes that we have to sell.
Okay, well,
yeah.
there
Maybe some armor.
definitely a few options. Large
Do you have any
city,
pets? Any pet stores?
pet
Any stores where you
stores.
can buy animals, companions?
There are some animals, but not for pets. That would be down
For
on
eating?
the fifth core. No, for fighting.
Oh,
So if you're looking for, if you're looking for your sort of standard fare, then you can stay on this core. There's the Wizard's Tower if you want something magical. There's also, if you're looking for something for, if you're looking for fancy clothes, then you'd have to probably go down to core 5 down there, the Silver General.
Silver General.
Yes, if you're looking for something a little bit more fanciful, that's where you would need to go.
Darius, are you nearby me?
I think I'm right with you. No, I didn't go.
No,
with
he's
you.
back at the table still. It's
Yeah.
just you and Thoric.
I'll just hold on. Darius, come.
Oh, am I
Over.
getting something shiny? And I said,
Apologies, my assistant wasn't here. Could you repeat, core 5? Darius, please make these notes.
Yes, down on core 5. You were looking for some fanciful clothing, I believe.
Yes,
You could try the Silver General.
the Silver General. Write that down, Darius.
Darius has a parchment and a pen. He's like,
Just doodling.
And then the Wizard's Tower was
That's on this core, core 1.
core 1. And we're on core 1, Darius.
Yes,
Alright.
it's at the southeastern end of the core.
Southeastern end of the core.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And then anything else that represents your city here, like a shop, like a, people come from miles away to come to this shop. Anything like that you would recommend?
Nothing specific. People come to, evolve themselves and check out what modifications we've evolved into, but there's not specifically a shop you can buy those things.
Okay, great. And then, is there a place to go to, like, see any of the evolving packages you offer, or, a menu of additions and, something like that, where we can peruse some evolutionary advancements?
That type of technology is kept within the Nolja. That type of development is kept within us as opposed to outside interests, we'll say.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that's wonderful. How many cores are there?
There's 5.
5 cores. Okay. Do you have names for those cores?
Just numbered cores. Cores 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay. So core 1 would be the one we're on.
That's correct.
And is there a purpose to each core? General theme?
Not really. It was just these were here like this, and the city kind of developed. The first core was taken over and built and developed, and then as the city grew, they moved down the cores and developed more. So you may find a little bit more of an upscale approach, if you will, more towards the lower cores.
Okay, so higher, upscale. Okay. That's wonderful. Thank you for the information. We're gonna go get our assessments done so we can present you the full information on the repairs required by your esteemed whatever this place is.
Are there any candles nearby? Like burning candles?
There's not. It's daytime.
Okay.
Like everything's just fully lit by the windows.
Okay. So now I'm gonna tell you after. So I'm just gonna roll a performance check, and you can determine after I hand him the letter and he reads it what it looks like. Okay.
Yep.
I rolled a 24.
Okay.
So I smack the note like over Atlas's eyes, and it says, "Dear Atlas, fuck you. You are not my leader, and I am not your goddamn secretary. I don't just write stuff down for you. Bloat out your ass." And there's 2 middle fingers, and then there's a picture of a blunderbuss shooting Atlas up the butt.
Wonderful. Thank you, Darius. That's great.
She's just like walking away, is doing this over her shoulder.
A little aggressive. He may want to work on his presentation skills, Atlas.
Yeah, well, it's, good help's hard to find.
He is not our leader!
I definitely think the Mastos might be the obvious choice for number 2 at this point.
I like Mastos. He was quite pleasant.
He is, yeah. Great listener. Smells woodlandly.
Like honey. Did you catch that? I thought it was just me.
It's more pine, but
yes.
I take a liking to good foliage.
Foliage. You like flowers, do you? Excellent. Well, if you stop at the Wizard's Tower, Ola, the owner, he's quite of a lover of flowers as well.
Ooh. Okay, I will do that. Quick question. Do you know a Dr. Elias Reditus?
Elias Reditus? No. Doesn't ring a bell.
Did you drop something there?
Just had to think a little.
Okay. Alright, well, great talking to you again, and keep up the good work and all that stuff, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alright, so while this has been going on, Jak kind of watching down the stairs. You don't see any passerby of the previous woman that you were looking for. It's been about 10 minutes or so gone by that you've been up there. You wish to do anything else, or are you gonna?
Yeah, Jak is going to stand back up. He is going to take in a deep breath, and he's going to go down the stairs, and he's going to try to recall where he approached the lady, and he is going to reattempt to track this person.
Okay, so you go to the general area, roll a survival check with disadvantage.
My first roll was a 17. Fingers crossed. I hate disadvantage. An 8 once again.
Okay. Yeah, just so many footprints and everything everywhere. Like there's your normal skills and ways of tracking are not going to be of much use in this type of city atmosphere.
Can I get high up? Like, can I climb on a building?
As you look around, roll a perception.
16.
Okay. You look around and you see there are various types and sizes of buildings. Yeah. You know, there's sort of smaller, almost shacks, makeshift ones. There's ones that are built out of like half metal, half wood. There's ones that go to the entirety of the ceiling. So there's a complete mixture of different sizes of buildings. However, you don't see anybody else standing on a building right now. So it would be you'd be quite standing out if you were to go and scale a building.
Is there a tall building?
Yeah, there's one nearby you. It's kind of made of stone. It's about halfway up, just to your north. You see kind of smoke coming out the back of it. Giant anvil sitting out the front of it.
Could Jak ascertain if he could get on that building without like breaking anything? Like he wants to zip up and he wants height so he can look.
Yeah, you would be able to get it. It's about the entire ceiling up there is like about 50 foot, and this building sits about 30, so you'd be a good way up there.
Okay. Yep. Jak's gonna zip him his way up there. He's not like trying to be the stealthiest person in the world, but he is trying to be quiet in the sense that he doesn't want to make a disturbance.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Uh, 17. I'm proficient in stealth. I forgot.
All right, so you go up to the kind of the side of the building, kind of take a look around at your options. You kind of slip off to the side. There's some crates to give you that extra couple of feet, and then you shoot your grapple hook up to the edge. It just hooks on a stone that's sticking out, and you pull yourself up slowly and get up onto the roof.
And recalling what this lady looked like, Jak is going to try to use that point to look for this person.
Okay. So as you're doing that, so everybody, Atlas, you're moving away now after your conversation with Carmen.
I'd like to, before I fully go, I'd like to go back to where I was sitting.
Okay.
And I want to sit down again.
Okay, sure. You go sit down. Mastos, you're still there, right? Yeah, so sit down beside Mastos, still there. And Darius, I'm assuming you went back to the table after you give him the finger?
Well, did I see Jak just like Batman outside?
No, that's way north of where you are.
Okay. I probably wouldn't go and sit down. I think I'd go stand at the door, just waiting to go do whatever we're gonna do.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Atlas, you get back to the table. Mastos there. You see Darius kind of just leaning up the door, looking grumpy, the doorway.
Okay. When I sit down, do I experience the same thing I experienced last time about not being able to fully sit down?
Yeah, you sit down and you just feel, just more full, just can't fully compress.
My body can't fully compress, or my butt is not touching the seat?
Well, your butt's touching the seat. It's like an inward feeling where you're used to being able to kind of when you sit down, or you're used to kind of your joints moving inwards and your kind of neck compressing a little bit, and you kind of make yourself a little bit smaller. That's kind of your natural inkling when you sit down. When you go to do that though, there's resistance, and you don't feel that compression that you normally feel. It just feels strange.
Okay, I want to eject the armor.
Okay. All right, so you get up off the seat and then
yeah.
Okay.
Just beside me, and I want to sit down again. I want to see if that makes the difference.
Okay, so as you stand up and you kind of open your hatch and you start to see this
Literally shit out armor.
start to form
I said
on
that.
the
I was like, you're
ground.
just gonna stand up and shit out your armor in the tavern floor?
You hear as these chairs push away, as people kind of like stand back, as this starts to materialize on the ground, and you see the plate armor sitting there, looking around. Lots of people staring at you.
Coming off of it.
But you hop back on the chair, and you do feel less full. You feel that compression kind of come in again.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna suck up the armor back up with my butt, and then
Let me hoop that armor again.
Okay. You see these
Just
shocked
like-
faces.
Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry. Just, getting used to it. I'll just shove it back in.
I'm just staring. Mastos has never seen anything. Mastos has seen a lot.
Oh no, Mastos is trying something new when he goes to bed tonight.
Mastos done that before.
Yeah, you feel this come in and then kind of fill out your body again. Your armor is successfully reapplied.
Perfect.
All right, Jack, roll a perception with advantage.
Bless. Okay, thank goodness for advantage. I'll take that. That is an 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you scan the area for a couple of minutes, and no old gnomish lady. She has vacated
Alright.
the premises.
And you said there was a big anvil near me?
Yes, right out the front of the building that you're on.
Jack is going to Aloy down. Like she's jumping off a cliff.
Yeah.
And he's going to scale down and see what he's in front of.
Okay. So scale down, kind of take a look in. You see this stone building has kind of like a stone archway. And this huge, massive anvil at the front. Not in use, it looks more decorative. As you look in, you can see this is clearly a blacksmith. There's furnaces burning in the back. There's anvils on the side. There's tools. There's people walking around looking at wares. It's clearly some sort of blacksmith.
Jack's going to walk in and see if anyone's in there.
All right. Yeah, you can see a bunch of people walking around, a couple of customers. There's two people, one each off in the corner, kind of talking to customers. They must work there. And two people working at the furnace and the anvils, just hammering away at items.
Is there? You said there's like someone. Is there someone at a counter or anything?
There's no counter, actually. It seems to be more of a working blacksmith's. There's nobody kind of standing at a counter. The two people seem to be the kind of, if there's a sales merchant, would be the two people that are talking, one in each corner right now, talking to potential customers.
All right. Yeah, Jack will go in there and start just kind of perusing, see if anything's jumping out at him.
Okay. And then back in the inn, what are the remaining ATLADS doing? Now that he's sucked back up his armor, Atlas.
Mastos is picking up his jaw from the floor.
Yeah.
What? I would like to say, Mastos thinks you full. I do that when
Again?
I do that when I'm full.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're referring to defecation. Defecation.
Desiccation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I don't actually consume fluids or sustenance, so I don't actually defecate, but I can remove my armor from my rear hatch, which may look like defecation.
I'm gonna take all that from he hasn't eaten, so I'm gonna hand out my portionally eaten, mostly eaten chunk of deer leg and just offer it to him all doe-eyed, like.
Would you like me to hold on to this for you?
Eat.
Okay.
And I place it into my mouth completely and store it for later.
You let me know when you need it.
It's not a refrigerator though, Tim. Just so you know.
As far as he's concerned, he just ate it.
Yeah, that's like he just ate that whole thing in one. Like I was working it. I was hungry. That could like the mask swallowing the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bone and all, like he didn't
leg.
even take the meat off.
Didn't even take the knee.
Yeah.
It just took that bone. And I say, we should find Jak. And I get up, kind of like whimsically spacey, like almost Atlas isn't. It doesn't matter if he comes or goes.
Yeah.
It's
Doing your thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Atlas, you following?
Yep.
Okay. So Thoric's walking up behind. You guys now come up to Darius at the doorway. Darius, you see everybody coming up towards.
Are we going now?
I finish my drink and set it on the table and say, Mastos ready.
Well, where you say we're ready? Where are we going?
Atlas said we're going to buy pretty things.
Jak gone.
Pretty things. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go. She got me this, and he holds up kind of letter. There's some work can be done here, and I'm hankering for some smithing. So I'm gonna go down there, earn a bit of money, put my skills to good use, and then I can meet up with you. How does that sound? Because I don't need anything fancy.
Okay, sounds good to me. I'm also gonna shift my vest so that it kind of just looks like a common shirt, but then with like a vest with a hood on it, and I'm gonna put the hood up over my head.
Okay. Cool.
What color? What does it look like?
So the shirt is kind of just like a it almost looks like a faded green, and then the vest that is over top is black with like a golden inlay, and it goes like up the seam and then up around the hood.
Okay. I'm going to have my cloak mimic that color pattern.
Okay. Sounds good. So the master and the servant are matching. I like it.
I want a little more gold on mine, though.
Yeah.
When I see him do it, the gold on mine starts to grow.
Yeah, I just kind of look at him and then mine completely turns to gold.
And then mine turns to gold with like silver inlaid into it.
Platinum.
And then mine turns to black with master in gold written on it.
And I'm gonna
This could go for a while.
I'm gonna change mine to black, and then I'm gonna have an arrow that's pointing to Atlas, and it's gonna be like enslaver.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Yeah. So as you guys are leaving, Thoric just
I'll be down at core 4. That's where their metal works and everything is. So if you need me before tomorrow when we meet her, you can find me there. All right.
Core 4. 4 core.
All right. So yeah, you guys head out. Yeah. What?
It's because I'm using my iPhone as my.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh god, you're lagging like crazy now. Don't do that.
Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Every time you get a nat 20.
Do this.
Oh.
All right, yeah. So you guys head out. Jak, you have entered the blacksmith. You guys are heading out. You don't see where Jak is anywhere. Thoric's heading off south. Where are you guys heading? Going out of the inn. What direction?
Well, even though I didn't actually write it down, I remember he said the fancy clothes and stuff are on core 5. So.
Okay.
I guess I'll walk around the circle until I see something that takes us down.
Yeah, so you remember as you came down the stairs, you remember like just a little bit beyond that were the stairs that we go back down to sort of lead underneath. So the stairs where they're situated are almost above each other, just positioned because they need space to go forwards. So you can definitely head back to where you were and head down to the next level.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, so Mastos, A.T.L.A.S, and Darius all sticking together for now?
Yep.
Okay. So, Jak, as you're kind of looking over, getting frustrated. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, you went inside the blacksmith, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you look around, you see kind of normal stuff. You see swords, blades, daggers, maces, shields, some basic armor along the side. Nothing crazy fancy. Looks like a pretty bog standard blacksmith. There's about 7 different sort of patrons milling around, including the 2 that are talking to the workers. And there's 2 people at the back working on something on the anvil in the furnace. What do you want to do?
Jak is going to go over to their weapons, by their crossbow and their bolts.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay, there's like 3 people standing kind of in that area, so you can like rush your way past and start looking around. Roller perception.
18.
Okay. So you see a couple of heavy crossbows, so small hand crossbows. All look basic craftsmanship. You don't see anything here that jumps out at you or looks more impactful than what you have already.
Bolts is what he's looking at. He received some fancy bolts he's yet to use. He was going to see if he can if there's anything that he can match with Reen's type, be it fire or electric.
Okay, in regards to, you don't see any ammunition laid out. It's only the actual equipment. So you would assume that you would have to, Jay, you would assume that you would have to go speak to somebody to get access to any ammunition.
All right, and those people are still talking except the people at the anvil, so he's just going to go back there.
Okay. Yeah. So you see a dwarven man just hammering away.
I need to find this
Bang,
stuff out. It's good for my character.
Bang. Do it on your own time. He just stops for a second.
Oh, what can I do for you?
I'm looking to see if you guys sell any bolts that I can match with Reen, and he's going to point down at her. I tend to utilize her fire and lightning. You guys think you can make some bolts that also do that?
Oh, not much magical here, my friend. I can give you some regular bolts, are real good.
Describe real good.
Oh, they got some good wood in the bottom, and the way we fasten the arrowheads, they give some great damage.
And he holds one up and points it out, and you can see it's exactly like a regular bolt.
Look at the craftsmanship, the way it's tailored at the end there.
I'll pass for now. Well, I'm here. Shoot, how do I say her name? Carmen. Miss Carmen sent me out looking for to investigate recent thefts. Have you heard about anyone losing gold around your area? Not saying you guys, but thefts.
Oh, not much here. I keep to myself mostly. I just work here and I sleep here and I stay here most of the time.
Okay.
Keep myself to myself, you know?
Not a bad idea. Okay,
Nah.
well, I'll let you get back to work, and thank you for your time.
Have yourself a great day there, fella.
And Jak will just walk out of the blacksmith.
Okay. Ping, ping. You just hear the starting to hammer again. So as you walk out of blacksmith, you guys heading towards the stairs, looking to go down to the next level. You see straight ahead to the north, you see Jak coming out of the blacksmith. Big black anvil to the side, and he's coming out of the blacksmith's.
Jak! And Mastos runs up and gives Jak a hug, or attempts to give Jak a hug.
Jak really just has no reaction. He's just kind of like, as Mastos is hugging him, just his arms are kind of together as he gets a hug, but he's not going to tell him no.
Darius, roll a perception check.
13.
Okay. As you guys approach Jak, Darius, you notice immediately that there's something missing from Jak. Something that
Jak?
you lent him.
Jak?
Yeah.
Jak? Where is my bag?
Your fancy one? And he's going to reach for it on his side.
And it's not there. I'm gonna land it there.
Ooh.
No!
Okay, I just want to point out, is Reen with you? Because if the bag went missing, she would have followed it. Like she followed me when I had it.
Mhm.
Just something to think about, DM, for the next session.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Jak hasn't been asking about Rin.
Well, because it's kind of implied that she follows him wherever he goes.
Well,
Yeah.
Tim hasn't seen this, but we found a dragon egg, and it's inside the bag, and Reen is really attached to it.
And that's the only reason he has that, because, like, there was a whole thing with that bag, and when I got it, I kept it. I held that shit for dear life. But then we found the dragon egg, we put it in the bag, and then Reen started following me around. And at first I was like, oh, the dragon likes me. And then I found out it was because of the egg. So I gave it to Jak because it's his dragon. So I was like, here, hold on to this. I fucking want it back, Jak.
And now it's missing.
All right, guys, let's wrap it there. We'll be back next week, 8 p.m. EST. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session.
Bound by honor, lost in time, the ATLADS march towards the line.